Welcome to the Blue Lounge. Welcome to the stream. It's been a while. It's been a minute, huh? It's been a couple of days since my last stream, but it's been a while since we've had regular streams on the Blue Lounge. International break, what are you going to do? There isn't much content to talk about. I was tempted to do a couple of streams, but there wasn't really content worthy of streaming about. So, we're back with a match preview for Chelsea Brentford, or Brentford Chelsea, since we're playing at their ground. Want to say a big up to the people in the stream. Mikhail, good to see you. Isaac, welcome. Tyrone, Stephen, Dennis, the Couch Critic, welcome all to the stream. Difficult match, says Dennis. Yeah, it will be. Hopefully, what's this? Hopefully it won't be too bad. Mikhail, big up to you. Oscar, Marin. How do you pronounce that name? Marin. I think you're Kasim's son, right? Anyway, Wise Guy, welcome to the stream. Everybody, welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are all doing well. It's good to be back, finally. Finally, the international break is over. And it's only over for a little while because we're back to international duty in a couple of weeks. But it is what it is. Today, we're going to be talking about the upcoming fixture against Brentford. Saudi Ibrahim. Big up to you, my man. I hope you're doing well. Listen, guys, I'm going to talk about the press conference. I'm going to talk about some of the things that were raised by Thomas Tuchel before we talk about the fixture. I have sent out links to a bunch of people, so hopefully they'll be joining us. DJ Sav, big up to you. You're one of the guys I'm waiting for, as well as the Couch Critic. Chris, big up to you. I'm doing well. I'm doing good. So we're going to be talking about the press conference. We're going to be talking about the match, the lineup, the formation, the tactics, the records. We're going to be talking about Brentford and how easy or tough this fixture is going to be. We're going to be addressing all of that today. We're going to be talking about some of the other issues that were raised in the press conference that I'm going to kind of address now, but then we're going to go into more of a discussion and debate with the rest of the panelists. And I'm going to start by saying today's press conference was a very informative one. Today's press conference was very informative on a number of levels. And most of it is not what Tuchel said, it's what he actually didn't say. The way that he answered the questions rather than what he said when he was answering the question. I think Tuchel gave us some hints that are a little bit concerning. A couple of things that he did say was that we've got a bunch of lads injured. Okay, my camera just froze on my screen. Just froze. People in the chat, tell me if the video and the audio is good. In the chat, let me know. It's good?
You're
It's
good, man. You're good.
All right.
You're
Cheers. Cheers. So he talked about the injuries that we have. He talked about the injuries that we have. And he addressed them in a way which was, what's the best word to describe it? Concerning. I have never heard this about a player in the past. I'm young compared to some. So maybe, the older lads watching could tell me if they have heard this, but a player having a headache 2 days ago, misses 2 training sessions, and is doubtful for the upcoming game tomorrow. I've never heard that from a headache. All right, now, you all know my thoughts and opinions in respect to Hakim Ziyech. I love the man to bits. I think he is a fantastic player. I think he is one of the players that can change it around for Chelsea in respect to, for playing a tough game and we need someone to do a little bit of magic. He's the man to go for. I have a lot of respect for the man. But for the fact that he has a headache, misses 2 training sessions, which means he's doubtful to play in the game tomorrow. It's not doubtful because his headache. It's doubtful because he didn't train for 2 days. Therefore, he's not match ready. He's not match fit because he's had a headache. Now, I remember back in the day when players were suffering real injuries and they still trained and they still persevered so that they can be available for the upcoming match. So I'm concerned about that. I'm concerned about Pulisic. The fact that he was injured for supposedly 10 days a month ago and he's still not back to fitness. I'm concerned about that. I'm concerned about a whole bunch of things, and Tuchel is also concerned about that because of his body language. The way he was sitting, the way he had his arms folded, the way that he was addressing the questions. He did try to smile to try to, lighten the situation, but you could tell he wasn't happy. And I think the injuries are part of that. Yes, he talked about the international break and the impact that it has on his squad. He addressed the fact that Thiago Silva is literally just arriving, therefore he will no way be available to play tomorrow because of the long flight, because of the timing of the games and the impact it's having on Chelsea. The fact that Rudiger sustained an injury and now he's going to be missing. That's 2 of our centre-backs are missing for the upcoming fixture because of the international break. One coming back yesterday, whatever, and the other one came back injured. So now we have an issue when it comes to the defence of our team for the next game. International break issue. Injury issue. So the press conference showed us that Chelsea are a little bit light in defence. Tuchel is a little bit unhappy about certain things. In my opinion, it's an attitude issue when it comes to fitness, injury. We're going to be talking about that, me and the boys. We're going to be talking about, does certain players have an attitude issue? Is Tuchel trying to, what's the word here? To hide some of the cracks that are appearing? Because we all know these things can happen when players don't play regularly, when they get dropped, like we've seen happen with certain individuals because of poor performances. We're going to be addressing that. Big up to everyone who's in the chat. Big up to DJ, Dennis, Couch Critic, and MDT Mohammed. Big up to all 3 of you. How you all doing?
All good, bro. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah. I'm glad we're back. I was getting bored. I was getting bored.
Big up, Dennis. Big up MDT, by the way.
Yes,
big up
sir.
to you, bro.
What's running?
What's happening, bro? Good? All good, man. All good.
Boys, Brentford is not an easy game. Let's get that out of the way. Yes, they've not been in the Premier League before. This is the first time that they are in the Premier League, as it is today, the Premier League. This is the first time we're playing them in the Premier League. We played them, cup games, but in the Premier League, this is the first time, as I believe. And I think Brentford have had a decent record. I've checked it, and I was surprised. They've lost one game, won 3, and I think drawn 3.
3-3. Yeah.
Yeah, they face some tough opposition. Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal. Well, Arsenal is not really tough opposition, but they face some teams with reps. Okay, so they're doing good. They're doing good, and I think it's going to be a tough match. I think Brentford away is going to be a tough match, especially the timing of the game, straight after the international break. So before we talk about the formation and the other aspects, I want to hear your thoughts on what we've heard today from Tuchel in his press conference, and then we'll address the other issues. Before we start, I want to say big up to Bobby. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing, my man? It's been a while.
Yeah, big up, guys.
Hey, Bobby.
I
Big
don't
up.
think. Hi, everyone. I don't think you streamed much. I only missed one, I believe. So
Yeah, but I haven't seen you for a while because I've only streamed once in the past. Was it 10 days? So
yeah, it's
Yeah,
always good to be back with you, Mo. You're
good to
my
have you
man.
here,
You're a
man.
top man, and the rest of the panel. It's always good to be with you guys.
Big up, big up. I'm gonna start off with MDT since he was the first one here. MDT, big up to you. Tell me your perception and your reaction to the press conference, and what you expect to see tomorrow.
Big up everybody, DJ, Couch, Mo,
Hey, MDT. Big up.
Big up, Kasim.
how are you guys
Kasim.
doing? Kasim,
How
big
is
up.
everyone all right?
Bobby,
Good, we're good.
Bobby, how's everything? Oh yeah, on the Brentford game, I wasn't worried. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
Sorry, Mo. I
I'm
was just trying to unmute myself. It's all good, man.
it's okay. I mean, on
It's
the
Kasim.
on the Brentford game, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't worried before, but I'm a little bit worried, a little bit now. But the press conference, the reason why I'm worried is because of the defense. It's nothing to do with the attack. It's the defense. But with the press conference, the reason why I'm hoping Hakim Ziyech, I'm hoping is a migraine, not a headache. Maybe Tuchel misspoke, because if it's a headache, it's not good. It's not a good sign. A manager coming out to say a player didn't train for 2 days because of a headache, that's something else. But I hope Tuchel misspoke. Is a migraine, not a headache. Because in that will look better. With Pulisic, I think it's frustration. Hold on a sec. I think somebody's knocking on the door.
I'll come back to Mo. I hope it's the pizza guy. Couch. Your thoughts.
Sorry, guys.
We're back with
it was my
Back live.
it was my daughter who wanted something.
Okay.
Okay,
No,
like
we thought you were
sorry.
ordering pizza for everyone, but it isn't what we thought.
I think if it was in the office, I would. With the Pulisic one, I'm a little bit concerned. That I think is frustration because of if you need a player is injured, because if he's not available, that means that there's no point. That means you don't have a player. That's what Mourinho used to say. If you're injured, you're not available, you're not part of his squad. So technically, as far as they're concerned, Pulisic can be a youth player because it's not bringing anything to the team right now. There's no point talking about him. I think that's just frustration. And I mean, the beginning of the season, we all thought we have too many players, and even I thought, Callum should go on loan. But now looking back, that would have been a disaster now because the squad looked thin. The squad looked really, really thin. Now I'm even thinking we should have even kept Dojo and Stalin. So you're looking at it like it's not a big squad. It's not a big squad. We thought it was a big squad, but it's not. Just 3-4 injury, we're thin. We are really, really thin. That's the thing. I think it's frustration from.
Mo, I want to ask you this. I mean, you're because see, I don't want to be unfair, and at the same time, I don't want to be biased because I could
Yes.
come on here and I can defend the hell out of the Ziyech situation and whatnot. But
I know.
for me, regardless of how I feel in respect to a player and their potential, for me, Chelsea as a club comes first. And what he said about it being a headache, even if it's some migraine, I suffer from migraines every like 2-3 times a month. I would suffer from a very very powerful migraine which will knock me out. It will knock me out. But at the same time, I know how to deal with it. And migraines, if you suffer from migraines, it doesn't happen once in a full moon. You get to know what triggers it and what why it happens. So I haven't heard of Ziyech having migraines in the past or headaches in the past. So I'm concerned. I'm concerned that this might be something that Tuchel is trying to say to cover something more serious. And again, I don't want to go into conspiracy theories or whatnot. But
Yeah.
it's looking a little bit, I don't know, problematic for me. Would you?
Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm saying I'm hoping because the reason why I'm hoping, I hope it's not because he has a reputation when he just came to even Ajax. Ajax, they some of the legends, they slag him off the first couple of years at Ajax. He has a bad attitude. Even before then, I think he was, I'm not mistaken, Herenveen or one of this Dutch club. They believe that he doesn't eat right, he doesn't rest right, he doesn't go to bed on time, and so just like the same things that they talk about Dembele, at Barcelona. So what the reason why I'm hoping is not because he's 28 years old. I hope that's why all I'm saying is hoping that that's not the case. Because if that's the case, that's the end of him at a big club.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
after Chelsea,
yeah,
nobody's gonna take risk. So I'm just hoping
yeah,
for his sake, because for his sake, I hope it's a serious migraine that some people when migraine hits them, they can't go outside. They can't see
yeah,
daylight.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah. So I hope that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping that's the case, because if that's
yeah,
not the case, this is the end of him. This is the end
yeah,
of him at
yeah,
all.
yeah. Yeah, it's very, very unfortunate situation because I think the spells of great form that he's had, it shows that he can do it at the highest level. But injuries and lack of consistency is what has made him end up in the situation he's at. I hope we are looking too much into this and we are exaggerating the situation, and it is literally just something that is minor and it will be overcome. I hope so, but only time will tell. I'm going to move over to Dennis. You know what? Every time I want to talk to Dennis, when I say Dennis, the word that follows it in my head is menace, the menace. But I'm always able to stop myself from saying it. But I thought I had to say it today. So Dennis, the menace, the couch critic, my man.
Like I haven't heard that before. Are you kidding
I
me?
know. I'm
Come
sure. I'm
on,
sure you
dog.
have. I'm
I get
sure
that
you have.
regular. It fits. It fits the moniker, though. It does fit the moniker. I can't be a little bit of a menace. Go against some of these opinions and whatnot. So all good, all good. If you ever
Listen.
want to call me Dennis the Menace, you know what it is.
Now, for me, it's all about the logical standpoint of looking at things from different angles and different viewpoints. And I've seen that you have that capability to take a step back and to examine things from like your name says, a critical perspective. So it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure having you on, Dennis.
Respect, man. Yeah.
Let me hear your thoughts on this press conference, man.
I did listen to it this morning, and I did think that there are some troubling signs brewing. Like I'm like MDT. I wasn't really that concerned. So I was thinking that we're going to be getting a lot of guys back from injury. We'd have a fuller squad, and we just attacked the game the right way. We had a lot of guys that would be in the starting 11 that didn't go away on international break. So I thought that they would have the rotation and just have the match, the fitness to go into those games and take over. But I mean, the loss of Rudiger is big, really big. I don't think that we have a natural replacement for him in the side right now. Pulisic, man, I don't even know what to say about this guy anymore. I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm at the point where I just can't even depend on this guy for fitness. Like if he comes into the game at any point, it's bonus at this point. It's not something that you can say is, one of our most relied on starting, squad players right now. So that's a worrying sign.
I saw a stat. Pulisic has been with Chelsea for just under 900 days, and he's been available to play for just under 400 days.
That's crazy.
So it's madness. It's madness.
Yeah, and a lot of people liken him, and I myself did too, likened him to Arjen Robben, just because their play style is very similar in my opinion at least. And you think, oh yeah, well he had all these injuries, and then he just came out of it, and look where Arjen Robben finished his career, world class. But I don't know, this Pulisic thing is really, really disturbing, because even with Robben when he was at Chelsea, they were just niggles. It wasn't like he'd be out for long periods.
Months,
Pulisic comes back, he goes out, gets onto the pitch for warm-ups, and then he's pulled off because he took a step onto the pitch and he's pulled up because he feels something in his hamstrings. These are serious problems, man. This is not just your run-of-the-mill niggles. So anyway, not too excited about that. The Ziyech thing is kind of weird, but as it is right now, I mean, I wouldn't have fancied him to start this game anyways. I kind of look at it as it kind of thins the squad again, but at the same time, he's at the point right now that he's got to play himself back into the opinion of the manager. So right now, he's an afterthought. I would even say Barkley's ahead of him right now as far as the pecking order goes. So less worried about that, more worried about just the guys that we're depending on to give us big performances, the Rudigers, the Thiago Silvas and whatnot. And that back line right now, we're going up against a Brentford team that are very good in the air. I know we talked about this in the past, about aerial duels and whatnot. You look at that Tony kid, he's not very big. He's maybe 5'9", 5'10", but he wins maybe 5 or 6 aerials a game. And then he's formidable in the air. And then when you think of who he's going to be up against, you think of our most preferred back three right now is probably going to be Azpi, Chalobah and Christensen. And I don't fancy any of them against him, to be honest. I don't know, maybe Chalobah, but I don't know. It's going to be difficult. And the way he wins aerials and knocks it into the path of say Mbeumo, it's going to be challenging. So, I mean, I'm going to leave it there and let you guys jump in and say what you guys got to say. But I'm really less confident about this game than I was even 10 days ago.
Yeah, no, I get the same vibes as you, man. I get the same vibes as you, especially looking at his body language, Tuchel. I'm going to bring in DJ Sav. DJ Sav.
Yeah, big up.
Big up to you, mate. DJ Sav,
yeah.
I'm sure you saw the press conference. I'm
Yes,
sure you
I
saw
did.
the body language of Tuchel. And I also want to ask you this. I mean, I know you're a old school football fan. I know. Looking at you, you look quite young, but I know you've got years under.
Been around
yeah. So DJ, listen, mate. Are players becoming soft? I mean, I know back in the day, players, it would take them being run over by a truck, before they were missing games. So tell me your thoughts on this, mate.
Yeah, I mean, it is worrying, to be honest with you, Mo. I mean, I've always sat every little whenever we come on chat streams like this, I've always been confident about my team, no matter what happens. I always say we're going to win games and things like that. But today's press conference from Thomas Tuchel, at the manner that it was today, you could just see something is not right there. And this whole thing with Hakim Ziyech, I mean, I'll be honest with you, this guy's attitude is beginning to really annoy me now, because if he has got headaches, then obviously it's not good. As we said, if he's been getting these headaches, and as MDT has said, he might as well say goodbye to his Chelsea career if he continuously has these headaches and stuff. We're hoping it might just be a one-off migraine, but I think a lot of us were saying this last year. We always felt that his attitude hadn't always been there ever since he put on a Chelsea shirt. I know he started the season off injured last year. Obviously when he first started, and obviously started getting into the game and stuff. But this year it seems like he seems to be more unavailable for games than anything else, and it is a bit of a worry for me because these are the times when we need our players, especially when players go on international duty. You got players that have actually stayed back in Cobham training and everything. You think these are going to be the players that will obviously start against Brentford tomorrow. But then when you're hearing this press conference today, I mean, as you said, back in the days, mate, I mean, Bobby will probably go with me on this one. Our players back in the days were hardly ever injured back in the days. It was, I don't know if it's this new diet they're on, it's a new training facilities, new gyms, everything. I don't know what it is, but back in the day, players were never as much injured as they probably are nowadays. I mean, Pulisic, I mean, I've been raving on about this guy for so long as well. Again, he's hardly kicked a ball for Chelsea this season, you know, and it is worrying times. It really is worrying. And I still am confident we're still going to win tomorrow. It's not going to be a pretty win game tomorrow. It's not going to be, oh, we're going to roll over them or steamroller them. It's going to be a tight game. And I still think we can still do it, but they are going to give us problems tomorrow. Ivan Toney up front is going to cause mayhem for our defence tomorrow, especially if Rudiger not being there tomorrow. And Thiago Silva's the other one not being there tomorrow. So I am a bit concerned. I think Chalobah could possibly handle Ivan Toney, I think. But the rest of the play, Aspi, no way. Christensen, I just think his physical presence is, he might be like, as you say, he might not be tall, but his presence alone, and I reckon he'd easily push both the likes of Christensen and Aspi off the ball tomorrow. You know, it's going to be a tough game tomorrow, but I'm confident. But as I said, I'm worried though about these situations going on at the moment, because I always said it, every time we go on international duty, there's always crap that comes out from Chelsea Football Club, especially about our football club, from reporters and journalists. And this is just another thing for them to now start talking about now. And, you know, it's just why I'm not worried. I still think we still can do things this season. But at this moment in time, our squad is a bit thin at this moment in time, I have to say.
Yep. Yeah, no, I concur with you. I mean, we're gonna talk about the defense and the players available and not available when we talk about the starting lineup in a minute. But I'm gonna go to Bobby, and I'm gonna ask Bobby this. Bobby, the international break and the amount of international fixtures that we're playing. I mean, you know, we heard what Tuchel had to say about it, but is it getting a little bit too much? I mean, is this situation, you know, getting out of hand? I mean, in 3 weeks we've got another international break coming up, so you know, we're paying these players. We are paying the bulk of their salary. I mean, I know when they go on international duty, they do get something, but it's not what they live on. Their livelihoods are coming from the clubs, us. So them going on international duty and coming back, you know, injured or coming back late, it's affecting us, their employers. Now, I mean, what's your thoughts on this? How do you see this panning out in the future?
You know, over the years, I have never been a fan of the sheer number of international games that we play. You know, I remember an era where you were lucky to have your home internationals, and you know, the gaps between the World Cup and the European Championships are so big. You know, international football was a treat, not a regular happening. I've argued this with people on all
Bobby,
social media.
I'm going to talk to you for 2 seconds. We used to look forward to watching these big tournaments. You know, it was something
because
that
they
we
were
looked
rare.
forward to. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, I've argued on all social media about this, and I get, you know, some people that support somewhat lesser teams turn around and say, "Oh, you only don't like international football because you're a Chelsea fan, and you guys can win things and we can't. So international football is what we look forward to." And my retort is that, well, it's not your players playing those international games; it's ours. And these players are overstretched. And in a day and age, you see, the world now, the more I think of how things are, the more I tend to retreat from them, because it just makes no sense, and I'm fed up with it, to be brutally honest. You know, the world now is so full of hypocrisy everywhere I look at. We talk 1 minute about mental health and players because it's topical and the media love it. And at the same vein, we're happy to flog these players and forget about their physical well-being because they're paid a lot and because FIFA, UEFA and Sky and all the rest of them want to make more and more money from playing this small group of superstar players until they drop. At the moment, they're at the tip. Any more football and they will start having injuries that will only become more devastating and will last longer. And it's just, I'm not a fan. We have to, it just seems like, the modern human being is insatiable. If he does something that feels good, he wants to keep on and on and on. There's no limits. There's no, shall I say, discipline. There's no, okay, let's just save some for later. It's now, more, until it all implodes. I'm not a fan, mate. I just think it's ridiculous. I think we're going from mad to absolute. I mean, the lunatics have taken over the asylum. For
Facts.
real.
Yeah. No. You just reminded me of a very popular TV show right now, with asylums and games, and we'll talk about that later. Squid Games, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, literally as you were saying that, that's what came into my head. So I just thought I'd mention it.
Your head tonight, I don't know.
Listen, people. I've seen some comments about other aspects. We'll address them, like Anthony Taylor and whatnot. We'll talk about the game and we'll talk in details about the game. But I want to use this segment just to address the press conference. So I'm going to move over to Kasim. Kasim, what's your thoughts on the press conference in general, mate?
First of all, are you all right, Mo? And how is everyone all right?
Good.
Hey, Kasim.
Hi, mate. All right. Yeah, I'm quite happy. N'Golo Kante is back. Reece James, as particularly this in the two position, they're very, very good. Reece James and N'Golo Kante is big player.
I got to say something. He
Yeah,
didn't actually confirm it. He just didn't mention it. So whether or not they're ready, they're back, because he talked.
They're back to training. They were back to training.
But for them to start tomorrow is a little bit. I don't know. Will they start? Will they play? We'll talk about that in the lineup. But I have a feeling.
Okay.
I have a feeling that they're not 100% because this is a tough game, and throwing them in the start. We'll address that in the lineup. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was happy with that. Ziyech, man, come on. You know my overall view about Ziyech. It doesn't make much difference to me. I think he's. I said it. Somebody else's channel. I'd be very surprised if he's here by next summer. His attitude, his own attitude. I don't think he's good enough. I don't think he adapts to the Premier League. I think it's time to go more and we'll move on. Just didn't work out.
You know what, Kasim? Do me a favor. Remind me after we do the lineup to address who do we think will be staying and who do we think will be going, because I have a feeling that there's going to be some players on the way out. Maybe there's talks about January, but it's more likely to be in the summer. But that is something I want to address before the end of the stream. So just in case I forget, remind me. And guys in the chat, if you're here after we do the lineup, let me know in the chat and remind me in the chat. Kasim, the body language of Tuchel, it seemed a little bit negative for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you agree?
I do agree. Obviously, it's concerned. I think to me, I'm very, very concerned because Rudiger. Because everybody. I think it's Rudiger because I think Dennis said it, and I can't remember who else said it. I think more maybe. Tony is a very handful player, and he's very physical. He's tucks in. He's technically good. He's in the face. He works hard for the team. And he can bust the ball. Technical ability is great as well, He can finish, so he's gonna give us a headache. And we got that Mwamba next to him. He just get the ball and he finish. So tomorrow it's gonna be a bit. I still fancy Chelsea to win, but I think it's gonna be tough because Tony. and the defense is not bad. So I am very concerned about Rudiger's not there. That's why I'm concerned about. And I think I get the impression Tuchel trusts Rudiger. He trusts him.
He does.
He does. And if he's got the power much to give him the captaincy, he will. He won't hesitate. He trusts him that much since he come to the club. He didn't even drop him one game. And I think his body language telling me he's not happy. He's not happy. Rudiger's not there.
Yeah,
that's what I can say for now.
Yeah, that's a massive point. That's a massive point. And Rudiger not playing in
big.
In this game, it's big because it's a London derby, and it's
he was scrub with Stoney as well, Mo. He was scrub with Stoney, you know.
It's the two biggest clubs in London right now. You know.
West London.
As far as the table is concerned.
Chelsea
and Brentford. I don't care. It's the table ain't me. You know, if they were good enough to be above Brentford, then they'd be there, but they're not. So it is what it is. Eric Blue, big up to you. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, long time no talk. How you guys doing?
Good,
We're
man.
doing good. We've missed you. We've missed you on the streams, man.
All good, Eric. You all right, bro?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm doing all right.
Eric, I used to have a few girls that'd come on the stream just to listen to you, listen to you talking. I'm not, you've been missing, they've been missing, so my views have gone down, mate. So.
Yeah, look.
Hope you're doing good, Eric. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I haven't been catching up with a lot of. I basically know next to nothing about all the latest news. I've not even watched the press conference. I just started tuning. I watched like 2 minutes of it or 3 minutes of it just now. Yeah. So
your impressions. What's your impressions?
Okay. Yeah. So based on everything I've heard from you guys, it's very doom and gloom, and it's understandable. People are not happy right now, but I think these are the kind of games that the players need to step up. Tuchel needs to do his thing, So there's no real concern from me. I don't think I'm not really too worried about the next game. I think Tuchel will find a way. The most important thing is 3 points. I think we'll get 3 points. Lukaku is still there, so he can get the goals. So I'm not too worried.
Yeah. No, he confirmed Lukaku will be starting tomorrow. So that is the most positive thing that I heard in that press conference. Eric, we will talk about the formation and the lineup in a minute. It's good to have you back, my man. Boogeyman, it's been a while. How you doing?
Hello.
Yo. How are you?
It's been a long time. I'm good. Yo, what's up with all those negativity on the channel, man?
Hey, listen. It's rubbing off from Tuchel. When Tuchel comes on smiling and laughing and clapping and whatnot, he infects us with that. But when he's out there, sitting like this and upset, and it kind of rubs off on us. You know what I mean? So yeah. No, we're positive. Listen. We're positive. This is Chelsea, top team in England right now, the champions of Europe. We're playing against Brentford, the second biggest team in London at the moment. So we're looking forward to this London derby.
Yep. Yeah, man. I don't see any problem. I think we're going to be okay tomorrow. I understand. I think the impression I got from Tuchel is okay. Same old. Like after international break, Chelsea is the top team. All the Chelsea player play for their national team, and this is an international break. We always have difficulty getting the player back to their top form. So all I care about is we still have 7 games coming, and for me, as a Chelsea fan, I'm not worried because I think we still have enough players. Loftus-Cheek, Chalobah, Sarr. Those players they were not playing, so they were at the Coban training. So Tuchel knew about it, like he said today. I knew weeks before that Thiago Silva will not be on time coming back for tomorrow game. And I mean, Rudiger injury is one that nobody can really get their head around, because he is our best performer when it comes to our defensive line and all those things. But again, Tuchel should be able to figure out how to who can play that position, and so we can get our point tomorrow. So I'm not worried at all. Like, I mean, when it comes to Ziyech, I mean, Ziyech is not gonna play tomorrow anyways, even if he wasn't having a headache. So I don't care about him. What's the name? CP10.
No, he doesn't care about the selection of him. He doesn't care about him as a player, as a man.
That's
as
not what he
individual.
said, though. That is not what he said.
It was more like
I'm trying to
to
sort it out, man.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right? Go on, Boogeyman.
So my point is, only Rudy got the problem, but I think Tuchel has enough time to figure it out. And at this time, like we said before in the previous streams, Chelsea have enough depth, enough quality to go in tomorrow game and impose our system, and just we win that game properly. There's no, how do you say, there is no reason why we should not be winning that game. Even Tuchel, I didn't see any negativity from Tuchel today, to be honest with you. I'm more like...
Just body language, Boogeyman. Body language.
The body language is more, he just does not repeat himself, because every time after international break is exactly the same situation. Chelsea has the best player, Chelsea is a top team, and pretty much most of the Chelsea players play for their national team. And problem is, when they come back, they're either injured or out of form or tired or whatever that thing is. And Tuchel has to figure out how to get them back to the top shape. So I'm pretty sure that's what he's trying to convey by be like, yeah, okay, man, I know this, I know that, and I know we all, and there's nothing I can do about it. I don't think he's trying to be negative, but he's just saying that's the situation, and there's nothing I can do, and I'll just have to deal with it. That's the way it is. And
listen, Boogeyman, like my man Mikhail is saying, we are impressed to have you and Eric being so positive today. So that's fantastic. And I've got two Boogeymans on the screen right now.
Yeah,
I was wondering where you are. Boogeyman.
Easy, man. So does he get to asked questions twice then?
I was using my phone.
Oh, okay.
Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Boogeyman.
Yeah, I was using my phone first. I just came in now.
All right, sweet. I've taken off that account. I've left just this one on. All right, Eric, take your time, mate. Take your time. Listen, guys. Let's do the lineup. Let's do the lineup, because the discussion that we normally have after we do the lineup is quite intense. So I want to do the lineup and then give ourselves some time to talk about the match in all of its aspects, in regards to the international break, in regards to Anthony Taylor, because I think Anthony Taylor is going to be the deciding factor in the game tomorrow. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that two teams that are in fantastic form right now, Chelsea and Brentford, are going to be playing, and the game will most likely be decided by the referee. And by the way, when I say form, I'm talking about the actual results. Chelsea has a couple of gears that they can go up and they can perform a lot better, and they hopefully will do. But I'm talking about in respect to results. Brentford have done fantastically well, and so has Chelsea. And this game, unfortunately, might be decided by a red card, a foul, a VAR decision, a penalty that Anthony Taylor will be given tomorrow. Hopefully it won't be. Hopefully, when we're back after the game, talking about the game, hopefully Anthony Taylor will be the last thing we'll be talking about, because we'd have watched a fantastically entertaining match. But it is what it is. It is what it is. People, I have already put the formation and some players into the team already. I believe we will be playing with a a 3-4-3 formation with two number 9s and one number 10. That's how I think we're going to line up. Now, in regards to the defense, I have put down the only 3 defenders that could realistically start. I mean, Malang Sarr could start, Mbayamba could start, but I think these 3 players are ahead of them in the pecking order. Do you guys agree, or do you guys think there is a different setup that we can see? So I want to hear your thoughts, lads.
That's a lock for me.
Yeah. Boogeyman, Kasim, Bobby, DJ, Eric, Mo. What do you think?
Is that Aspi or Reece?
Azpilicueta on the right, Chalobah on the left, and Christensen in the centre.
I think Aspi would play wing back. I don't think he would play there, because if he play there, Tony will target him on Mbuema. They will target him on Mbuema.
So who do you think will play as a right centre back?
So
I think he will put Reece because of his strength. Reece.
Yeah, I was going to say
Reece
Reece
James?
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, he will put Reece there. Because Reece can handle Tony's strength. Reece will handle him.
It's a good point. I just don't know if Reece is healthy.
That's true.
I think Chalobah will be there.
I think Reece will start tomorrow. I've got a feeling Reece will start tomorrow.
yeah, what was his injury?
High ankle sprain.
Yeah.
He'll start.
But I don't know if you
He'll
guys
start
saw
tomorrow.
I don't know if you guys saw any of the things from the Chelsea Twitter page. There was a lot of shots of him in training with Reece James. So I think he looked okay from the shots in training. So I think he may come in tomorrow.
He'll start.
Why is Reece James
that he's able
this
to
this
finish.
list? I can't find Reece James on this list. Why is that? What's going on?
He's in Real Madrid, man.
No, seriously, why is he not on this list?
Still injured, that's why.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
No, I'm just joking. I don't know why. But I'm going to say this, though. Like, I think a high ankle sprain is not as easy to come back from. Like, he just came out of the pool like a week ago, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
there's
not
that as
convinced. I'm not convinced he goes right into this, especially the center back position where it's going to be contested. I don't think he goes right back in there. I think he makes the squad, but I don't think he plays. He starts from the beginning. That's my opinion, though. I think high ankle sprains could be nagging.
Why do you, I understand the nagging bit, but why do you think it's hard for him to come back from that? I mean,
Well, I
what
just
is
think
a
it's-
high ankle sprain?
I've had one before,
understand?
and it takes a
Okay.
long time to recover. First,
But
second of all,
it's not a tissue injury. It's certainly not a
no, but
bone
it's
injury,
very painful.
and it's not ligaments.
It's very painful though, and it takes a long time to recover. And I'll say this: just the fact that like you have to trust your ankle to pivot, turn, all that stuff, and
Okay.
it's painful. Like I just think he
I
just
get
came out of
that.
the pool like a week ago. He was just in the pool training, and now he's just back a week. I'm not convinced he's going to be ready to start, but
I
I'm
get
hoping
that.
to be proved wrong. Like we were hearing 4 weeks at the very minimum, and it's only
It's a
been
pain
3.
confidence thing.
A lot of that, yeah, a lot of that.
Look, personally, I was actually thinking that it would be Chalobah on the right centre back
Same
with
here. Same here.
with Malang Sarr on the left. I can go with Aspi as wing back because actually, do you know what? Okay, I can go with Aspi as wing back because we haven't got that far yet, but because they may need to double up. But even if we don't, we shouldn't be scared of them. I think tomorrow attack has to be our best form of defense. If we keep them busy looking behind them, like we did to Southampton, they're not going to have too much time to want to hurt us. They'll be busy trying to stop the ball from going into their net, in my opinion. So we have to be offensive tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Offensive. Reece James would go on the right as a right wing back.
I don't.
And where would you put Chalobah?
Yeah, exactly. I
Because
think it's
he's
just
got to play because of his height.
Chalobah will be on the left.
no.
No. I would have it this way. I would have Reece James up here, Aspi there and Chalobah on the left.
Yeah, I agree, Mo. I agree with that.
That's how I'd have it.
Why
If you put Aspi there, Aspi will be in trouble.
My point is this: Rudiger is not there. Rudiger is taking his height out of the defensive. So I think Aspi will be win back, and then it's not going to be Reece James there. What Bobby said, Chalobah move to Aspi position, Aspi take James position, and the Sarr takes Chalobah position. We should vote and see what. And James sit on the bench. You move Sarr. Sarr.
That Sarr is very poor, man. It's very poor, man.
What? No.
Why do you say that? I don't think.
I watched him a few times, mate. I watched him even in the preseason. It's very poor, man.
No, but he played. It's not even a preseason. He played one game during what game he played last time?
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa. He was good.
I played against Villa. I played against Arsenal. And when we beat him 2-1 in the preseason.
Why are you going to preseason? Forget the preseason. Yeah, Bobby said this.
Look at me and Brookie.
He played against Villa, and he was very poor. He was very poor, man.
Okay.
Let's just vote.
I'm just going to say, I don't know if the manager is going to trust him enough to put him in this fixture.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
think
very poor, man.
I don't think he's terrible, but I just don't know if this is the... If you have Azpilicueta, Christensen, and Chalobah, those are going to be the three at the back, and then you figure out.
I agree.
Wing back.
Couch, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So let's Aspi has been playing the right side pretty much the entire season, and even since the last season, or even 2 years or 4 years ago, something like that. He was always on the right side. Would you move Aspi to the left side just from one game? Exactly.
No,
so I think he's
Tuchel did say that Christensen.
I think. Listen, lads. Listen.
He can play in the left hand side.
Hold on, Kasim. I think it's a matter of taking into account how much risk are we going to take because Malang Sarr is a fit player. Malang Sarr coming into this game from the start would allow us to try something. Having Reece James on the bench because Reece James is not 100%. Yes, he's trained, but he's not 100%. So starting with him might be problematic. While as if we start with Malang Sarr and Malang Sarr does do well, then we can keep Reece James off the pitch and give him. Guys, I'm hearing some audio. Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. Someone is playing something about Angelina Jolie. Please leave it out. She's fit, but this isn't about that. So Malang Sarr starting, I think does make sense. I think Malang Sarr starting does make sense. Azpilicueta as a right wing back. I think this could be the way forward. Purely for the fact that Reece James isn't 100%. Not because I think he wouldn't do the job, but I think because he's not 100%, this might be the ideal way to start. So with that in mind, what do you guys think?
I think you're right, Mo, because I'm not against Malang Sarr. I think he's a decent player, and I think if given a chance, he has every potential to do even better and surprise his doubters. I think it makes absolute sense to put him there. And these things aren't cast in stone. You can make substitutions.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, Tuchel, I can assure you, will jig it around. So at least to start, for balance, he needs to be that left centre back. That's why he's in the squad.
Exactly, left-footed. He's he had a preseason. He's training with the first squad. He's
he's travel.
No, he didn't.
I just don't know if he's earned his trust. Is all.
Well, how's he going to earn the trust if he
I
doesn't
disagree.
On the training pitch is something that we can't answer really, but I would say on the training pitch, he's just got to, work and work. Like we've never seen Rudiger
if he
take
plays, then that's an indication that he's earned his trust.
Absolutely, but I'm just saying I haven't really been given the indication that he has earned his trust. That's
I think Chelsea fan. Let me put it this way. a few weeks ago, it was the same situation with Robin Loftus-Cheek. Everybody's
Ross
like,
Barkley.
and Ross Barkley, they cannot start. Jorginho was injured or was carrying some minor injury. Kante was injured, and then we were like, no, we cannot trust. And then those people come to the field and they show that they've been part of Chelsea team for a reason. So Rudiger is injured. Yeah, Rudiger hasn't signed a contract. He is still not signed that contract up to now. So listen, this is time for Malansa to question Rudiger starting 11 position, and that's his chance to take it. If he takes it, that's it. Rudiger has to come back and fight for it. And I'm not saying that because Malansa is not quality. I can remember his Aston Villa game. He played actually really good. He was a little raw, but he was physically present and he was passing the ball properly. So that's all we need at this point.
Let's not forget this guy is still young. He's young, and he's lacking experience.
Exactly. And we know at the midfield that we just now have to put midfielder that know how to control the ball properly. So Malansa will just be doing his defensive job and we'll be okay. There's nothing about trust or anything. I understand couch position, but I still think if you are part of Chelsea team, you should be able to play against Brentford. Like you should be able to. We're not putting you to play
it's
against
not about playing
Bayern
against Brentford though.
Bayern Munich.
We have to respect the opponent here, right? Like Brentford is not just a walkover.
But the same thing. You cannot move Azpilicueta in his preferred position and move into because his name is Azpilicueta.
I'm not suggesting that at all.
Or we cannot move Chalobah to another position where he hasn't played that position.
Boogie, don't talk over. Listen, one person talk at a time. But the point is this. Why is Mallingstar in the squad? Why does he have a squad number?
He's a depth piece, but if you look at the
listen. Right now,
I wouldn't say that he's fourth or fifth choice. I would say he's sixth or seventh.
We have
two players. He's no choice.
We have two players who are injured. We have one player who's injured, one player who's unavailable. Okay, now if you don't bring in Mallingstar now into the team, then when are you going to bring him in? Exactly.
Yeah. I think this is a game he plays. I mean, ultimately, tomorrow will tell. But I personally think this is the game he starts. And this is his opportunity. If he takes it, just like Boogeyman said, look at me agreeing with Boogeyman. If he takes it, just like Boogeyman said,
that's good.
He's in business because he will be challenging Rudiger. And boy, that is a big fate. But you see, football's a funny thing. A star can be made from one game. Remember Ivanovic? Chalobah just this season? Sometimes these one players that you think are out there not doing anything in the squad, when their opportunity comes, it's like having, oh my God, where was this player? I remember when Ivanovic came on and took his opportunity in the Champions League game against Liverpool and scored twice with his head and had this barnstorming of a game on as a left back, right back. So personally,
I don't think it's in that level.
Let's
you won't know till you see him.
Let's move on. But I want to ask you guys this question, and then we'll move on to the next position. If Reece James doesn't play from the start, because Reece James could feature in the start, or he could come on off the bench. If Reece James is not 100%, would you play this? And I mean, this is, we'll go down the list. Mo, would you play this if Reece James cannot start?
If Reece James cannot start, we don't have a choice. To be honest with you, we don't have. That's what we're gonna go by. But the only thing I was gonna say, sorry.
No, go on.
Yeah, with this, you see, I am a big Sarr fan since he was 16 when they did a documentary about him on TV5 about in Nice. Okay, but he had what happened? What stalled his career? He had an injury. He was out for a year. And when he came back, he was overweight. So it took him a couple of years, whatever. That's when Chelsea signed him on free. Okay, what my worry is with Sarr is because of he hasn't been playing even 5-10 minutes in and out like Ruben. Ruben had 2-3 games where he came in one 5 minute, whatever. That's the only worry. But if not, I will play him, to be honest. I will play him. But I'm just a little bit worried, like, is he going to be in tune with the pace? Because Ivan Toney, you give him a second, he will nudge you. And that's the only worry. And because we have Christensen already, he's not good. Ivan Toney is going to win every duel against Christensen. I'm telling you this. So it will be up to Chalobah and whoever play on the other side to mop the ball. So, that's the worry. It's not that I don't trust him. I want him to play, to be honest with you. But I'm a little bit hesitant. Like this type of game, if he just lose concentration for 1 second, that will be Chelsea fans will be on his case, and that's my worry. There's nothing else. That's the only worry I have.
I don't really understand this worry. Like, this is Chelsea, right? This is 11 player on the field. We play a system. We defend together. We attack together. At least 5 player defend, 5 player attack. That's how.
Boogeyman. Sarah is very poor, mate. What is it, Chelsea? We'll go and drink water. He played for Chelsea. It doesn't mean he got to start, does it? Well, watch him in the pre-season.
We don't drink water anymore. We don't drink water.
No, what I'm trying to say is, I won't buy this is Chelsea or not. He's very poor. I watch him in the pre-season. He's not Chelsea start. He's not good enough for me. I'll be very surprised if he starts tomorrow. I'll be very surprised.
That's fine. But I'm just saying, like this war, MTT, this worry about Sarr, I just don't see it. My problem is this: we play games. Remember that Saul came in and started in the midfield with Kovačić. We were poor, but did you see how much Kovačić covered for him the entire game? Kovačić has one of his best ever game that game, and Tuchel kept them for 45 minutes. So for me, we defend together. If we put Sarr there, just to make sure you put how do you call it, the English left back there. At least he can defend. Don't put Alonso there.
Chilwell.
I don't want to go through. Sorry.
Boogeyman. Could you see Yamba getting a chance tomorrow if Malang Sarr doesn't do well?
Yeah, listen, that will be the shock one. And anybody on the panel that wants Sarr not to play and rather have Mayamba, or whatever his name is, that person is not talking logics. Like, if you worry about Sarr, then Mumbayaba should not even be anywhere close to it.
He's not even having a good season at the youth level.
So my point is this. I have nothing against the kid. He should be in the team. He should get experience. He should be playing with good players to get better. Yeah, but I think as the position that Chelsea is today, the condition, and after all the analysis we just did, Sarr has to play. No Mumbayamba or Mumbayamba. I don't know. Can't even pronounce his name. I mean, nothing against the kid, Mumbayamba or whatever his name is. I have nothing against him.
Buyamba.
Yo, can you let me just breathe without the... Yo, the problem is this: Sarr has to start because we've seen it. He played against Aston Villa. I liked what I saw, and I'm pretty sure Tuchel has him in the team for a reason. Drinkwater is not part of our team. I don't know why someone mentioned him. Sarr is part of our team, so he should be able to start this game.
Can I just say that I don't necessarily disagree with this setup, but I don't think that this is what I would do. Probably what Tuchel would do, but I would just play Cho at right wing back. I would play Aspi at right center back, right-sided center back.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You would play Callum as a right wing back in this game?
Yes, I would.
Interesting.
Wow.
Why would I do that? Because we need to attack, and I think that right now what we're talking about. Don't get it twisted. I do understand that, like, Tony and Mbembo, I think his name is, carry threat. Mbembo, sorry. They carry threat, and there's something to consider there. But I just think that we're going to be in possession of the ball. We need to be able to do something with that. They're looking to counter. They're not looking to, be in possession and break us down that way. So if I'm doing it,
we're going to see a lot of the ball as well, Dennis. We're going to see a lot of the ball tomorrow. We're going to see a lot of the ball tomorrow. So
Coach. Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. I'm saying if we
I agree.
If we think that
Ouch.
we have to, the way forward is to score goals and hurt them that way, then I'm putting Callum there. I'm playing Azpilicueta at right-sided center back. I'm playing Chalobah in the middle. I'm playing Christensen on the left, Chilwell.
To the left,
That's what I would do.
I agree, Dennis.
Coach, listen to this. I think we all Chelsea fans have come to the conclusion that Shaw should not be doing anything with the wing back. He should just be playing in the front three at this point. And we know how limited he is as the wing back. So listen, Shaw there is not going to help at attacking, because that's the problem we have with Cho. When he's playing wing back, he does not take on the defender. He just keep passing the ball around, keep bringing the ball to the back and passing to the defender.
So he played in an attacking position last
game. He played very well last game.
I will say this. I agree with you, Boogie. But I mean, it's no different than the other alternatives that we have there. Like, he gets forward. You know, like, I mean, I agree. He's not really the best dribbler on the right. Yeah. He hasn't really shown that the last while.
So the reason why I'm saying that is, Cho is not a good defender. Everybody keep talking about the fact that Brentford has it.
I'm not as concerned about the defense, is what I'm saying, though.
Cho and Chalobah in that position is weak. They don't have the experience. We've tried that before.
You put Azpilicueta there, is what I'm saying, though.
Instead of Chalobah?
Chalobah is, yeah, exactly. You put Chalobah in the middle, and then you put
guys. We have to. You know, if we don't move on.
Yeah,
the game will literally kick off.
A little monkey wrench in there.
The game will literally kick off, and we still haven't decided who's playing in midfield.
I can go with you guys on this, but I'm not. This is not what I
agree with you, Dennis. Actually,
hold on. Listen, forget that Ben Chilwell is there. Forget that Ben Chilwell is there. We're voting on the back line and the right back. So, DJ Sav, yes or no? Just yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, that's one. Bobby, yes or no? You're on mute. We'll come back to Bobby.
Go on. Yes or no for who?
For the back line and the right back.
Does he got Chalobah on the right, Sarr on the left? Who in the centre?
Christensen.
Okay, yes.
And Azpilicueta as the right wing back.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's 2 yeses. Eric.
No. No.
Thank you, Eric. That's 2 yeses and 1 no. Boogeyman. Yes. That's 3 yeses. That's 3 yeses, 1 no. Kasim.
No, mate. No.
Okay, 3 yeses, 2 no's. 3 yeses, 2 no's. Dennis.
No, mate. No.
Yeah,
3 no.
Straight up. No.
3 no's, and 1 yes. Sorry, 3 no's and 3 yeses. If Mo says no, we're gonna have to start from square one. I hope he says yes. Mo, let me hear it, man. Yes or no?
Oh yes, because I don't want to go through it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Brilliant. All right.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
I didn't want to put any pressure on you, Mo, but it had to be done. All right. Now, Ben Chilwell or Marcos Alonso as the left wing back. What do you guys think?
Ben Chilwell for me.
Chilibi, yeah.
Chilibi?
Yeah.
Does anybody think it should be Alonso?
I think it's just going to be dependent again on what's in the midfield. If we need aerial presence in the midfield, I think that Alonso will play. But if somebody like I think should play, like Ruben, if Ruben plays in that midfield, I don't think that we need Alonso for set pieces. So,
Coach.
All right.
Yeah.
Coach, you just fried my brain. What you just said just hit me, because you're right when it comes to height. That's why Alonso keep playing for Tuchel. That's the only reason. It's because of the height and also the set piece plays. You know? So we don't know.
Yeah, but he takes the corner more. He's the tallest one in Chelsea and he takes a corner. Did you watch?
No, because when
in defense.
It depends. If we don't have Mount, in defending, he's one of the best headers when we defending.
Okay. Sorry. I thought that. Sorry.
Yeah, he's one of the best defenders when we.
All right.
We defend it.
Let's. All right. we'll address Ben Chilwell and Marcos Alonso again after we talk about the midfielders. So, who would you have as your holding midfielders in this game?
For me, I'd go for Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Kante if he's fully fit.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna say for me, or what would you think Tuchel gonna do tomorrow?
Tuchel.
Oh, I think
I'm gonna go Kante and Jorginho. That's what Tuchel gonna do for me.
Who agrees?
Looking at that way, maybe.
Who agrees or disagrees?
On what Kasim just said just now, of what Tuchel's saying, if Tuchel may decide to opt for that, but I don't know. I think Ruben. I really think he may actually give Ruben a chance tomorrow in that midfield. I think he's earned it. I think he'll get it tomorrow.
I think
Ruben will start. 10 days.
Ruben will start. Jorginho and Kovacic may finish because Ruben, I don't know if he can play the full 90. But
exactly,
Ruben will start.
True.
Yeah, I'm kind of the opinion that we should just go with a midfield 3 again and not necessarily with a 10. I would go Kante.
You reckon we're going down that road again?
I mean, with the different sort of personnel, though. It's not like we have like 2 sitters, right? If you go with Kante, Kovacic, and Ruben, it's a different. Okay. It's a completely different outlook there. That's what I would do because I don't think that any of our wingers, whether you look at Havertz or anyone else,
Kante.
That sounds good if Kante's fit.
No, I agree, but this is the thing. Kante, I don't think he'll play the full 90. Even if he starts, he won't play the full 90. So you're going to have to take into account that. I mean, because we've got Kante who will not play the full 90. We've got the defense who could need a substitution. So that's two possible substitutions. You kind of making it a little bit, I don't know, congested here in regards to I mean, if we get
I'm just saying I didn't pick that defense. I didn't pick that defense. So when you're talking about substitutions on the defense, that wasn't my defense. I said no.
Can I just say something, guys?
1 second, Kasim. I'll let you come in, but just give me a second.
Okay.
I think one thing that will be in the back of Tuchel's mind is a red card. A red card is quite possible. We're playing against Anthony Taylor tomorrow. We're not playing against Brentford. We're playing against Anthony Taylor tomorrow.
Maybe that's why Tuchel was down.
That's true.
It's a big factor. It's a big factor. I mean, I can't stress how bad this situation is, man.
And this is one of the reasons. And this is one of the reasons why I'm saying. So I was just going to say. Yeah, go on, bro. Sorry, go on.
No, I interrupted Kasim, so let me hear Kasim and then I'll come to you, DJ. Go on, Kasim.
I think tomorrow he's gonna play, in my opinion, his senior player, which is Kante and Jorginho, because 3 days later, 4 days in the Champions League. So we're playing that weakest team, and I think the likes of the players don't get game time, they will start in the Champions League because the team will play, they're very, very weak. So tomorrow, in my opinion, I can see Jorginho and Kante start.
Yeah.
I don't think there is anything that thing with what Kasim say about senior player anymore. We've seen what Ruben can do, so I'm pretty sure the player that have more rest will start tomorrow against a team that go all out, because that's what Brentford they're very physical. They run all the time. So I don't think Kante, who hasn't played too much a game or who was injured, will start tomorrow game. There's no sense to that.
Boogeyman.
Just 1 second.
We need the physicality.
DJ.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I was only just saying, we were just talking about Anthony Taylor being a referee tomorrow. That's one of the reasons why I probably don't want Alonso to start tomorrow, because he picks up unnecessary bookings, and I think we saw that in the last game he played against unnecessary. He got that booking, and for me tomorrow, if he's not with it tomorrow, I've got a feeling he'll just commit some fouls tomorrow, and we could lose him pretty early. That's just my only opinion on it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Sorry, Bobby, are you saying?
No, I absolutely agree. I also think very strongly, and I back what Boogeyman said. People like Ruben, even Barkley, that have been resting and training with Tuchel all week, have a very strong chance, especially Ruben for starting. And particularly for their physicality, because Brentford are very physical, and we're going to need people to match that. And you put the likes of Kante with Jorginho in the middle, that's just looking for trouble.
All right. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Listen. Let's do the attack before we do the midfield. Let's change it a little bit, because if we can agree on who we think Tuchel is going to play up front, it's going to make it easier for us to decide on who's going to be in the midfield. Do you guys think we're going to have 2 attackers, or do you think it's going to be a 3-man attack?
I'm going to say 2.
2. Mo? Mo, 2 attackers or 3?
I think. Oh God, I think it's gonna go 2. But I thought he was gonna go 3 until I had the injuries. So I think he's gonna go 2.
2. Okay. Kasim, do you reckon he'll go 2 or 3?
I think he's only gonna go Lukaku on the front. I don't think Werner gonna start tomorrow.
So you think it's gonna be a 3? So 2. All right. You think it's a 3? Boogeyman?
3. We're not changing our system because of who we're playing. But that's the same mistake against Juventus, same mistake against Manchester City. Never change a system because we're scared of a team. We bring our system and they have to adapt to it. Let's just keep playing out.
No, Boogeyman, it's not necessarily that we're scared. It's the tactic they're going to employ for that match with the players that you have available. So it's not necessarily that we're scared of them.
Yeah, this is the point. I disagree with everybody that say, because of the player he has, Tuchel has available. We have 22 or 18 players, and we only have Rudiger injured. We only have Ziyech. Anyways, I don't care about Ziyech and CP10. We only have Rudiger injured, and Malansa coming to the equation. We still have our team. If any player like Jorginho can rest, Kovačić was not injured. It was more Kante was injured. Kante can rest, and we have a player that can take their position and play really good. The same system. So anything about we don't have the player, we don't have our first team. I don't even want to hear about first team. We don't have first team. We have 18 players that all qualify for that first team position. That's how I'm thinking now.
But it's also form though too, right? Like Mason Mountaineer is out of form. Havertz is out of form. So it's not just about like the squad that we've assembled. It's about the players that are actually playing good football right now. That's how you assemble a squad for the game.
Listen,
right?
You see, sorry, Boogeyman. Just to add to what Couch just said, I believe that Tuchel will likely go for players that are not the key, the star, the world class players. I wouldn't be surprised to see Barkley starting tomorrow. Ruben Loftus-Cheek starting tomorrow. It's all about the way that they're handling themselves. I have a feeling that Tuchel is going to give opportunities to players that were on the fringes, like we saw him already do. So this is why I think he may play a 2-man attack, because he wants to bolster the midfield. You see, there's a comment here. It says, "Help me understand." 1 second. It says here, "Help me understand how the difference will play when Thiago and Rudiger are out." I think he means when these players are out, what's that going to impact the team? It's going to impact the team because right now, the way the midfield is, the way the defense is set up, we have lack of experience in defense. Okay, so therefore, don't be surprised to see him bolster the numbers in midfield. I mean, Dennis said he wouldn't be surprised to see 3-man midfield. It's quite possible because he needs to compensate for the lack of experience that we have in the back. There's
no compensate for any back. The player we put at the back are good enough. That's what I keep saying. There's no if you start like Sa is good enough to take Rudiger position.
No, it's not. It's not, Boogeyman. It's not. Yeah, you can't say that.
You said last week that Rudiger is world class, the best defender.
How can he say Rudiger? Rudiger the world class.
Is going to take his position.
That's like taking Van Dijk out.
Come on, dog.
You can do that. You can say that, Boogeyman.
Listen, is let me ask you this question: is Kepa capable of taking Mendy position right now? If Mendy was to
it's
be
not
injured,
good enough for me. That's my opinion
on, man.
about Kepa as
You're
well.
not answering my question. If Mendy was injured today,
yes.
exactly, is Sa capable of taking Rudiger position? Is that take away the fact that Rudiger is the best defender? No.
Let me
Is
just
Sa-
put it, Boogeyman. I understand you. What you are saying is next man up. That's what all sport is about.
Yeah.
I understand that. I agree with that. It's next man up. Whoever is next, you have to step up. I understand your concept. That's true. But we are just talking about other aspect of it. It doesn't mean that you are wrong. It means that you talking about next man up. That's correct. That's absolutely that's how sport
I
should
don't
be.
even. My point is, I'm not even thinking about Sa as how would you say it? As we're using it in because we are in a crisis. What I'm saying is, Sa deserve to be playing tomorrow game. That's what I'm keep saying. Because when Tuchel trying to run our starting 11 and keep playing, they keep falling and they keep getting injured. And their performances, we saw it. What happened against Manchester City or the game before Manchester City? The first half, we saw how difficult it was for us to even handle the first 45 minutes. Since we start using Ruben and we bring the entire squad into it, tell me how we play our first half. First half was perfect. We handled pretty much everything from 0 to 90 minutes. We play good. So for me, I'm not going to sit down here and say we have a starting 11. Rudiger is world class. Mendy is a world class keeper. But let me tell you something. If Mendy is injured today, I'm not going to be like, oh shit, what are we going to do? Kepa shown me he can take that position. He takes it. I don't care about it. But we should
I
not be like
understand.
we have to.
You're arguing
We
about who's
cannot
next man up.
say Chalobah has to be in a post with Kepa for us to play. No,
what you're saying is you're arguing next man up, and I'm saying the next man up for me is.
I'm not even saying. I'm not calling
agree.
Sa
That's what
next
I'm
man.
saying.
I'm just saying he deserves to be there.
I don't agree. Why does he deserve to be
That's
there?
my point. He doesn't.
I don't agree with that because you said yourself that somebody just doesn't deserve to start because they're in the squad. That's what you said about Chilwell. When we were saying Chilwell can come in, you were saying Chilwell doesn't deserve to get into the team because Alonso is playing well
I agree.
and Chilwell just has to wait. So you can't just use a different argument with Sa and say he deserves to play just because Rudiger is injured.
I agree. Well said, man.
Let me explain myself one more time. There is a logic at the start of the season. We always say Tuchel trying to find the 11 starters. We keep saying that. That's why Tuchel keep playing the same. Mount came from the European Championship, and then Tuchel put Mount directly in the starting 11. Keep playing. Kante, same thing. Kovačić come from that European Championship, and Tuchel keep playing them. And we all saying both Kante, Jorginho and Kovačić, they are our best midfielders, so they keep playing them. We keep playing them. We didn't trust Ruben Loftus to come into the equation and to to give some rest to those players. So, and we see our performances on the first half. I agree. I've said before that Chilwell has to take the position of Alonso, but I changed my mind when it comes to. For me now, we have 18 players. They're all part of Chelsea.
I'm sorry, Boogeyman, but you are not allowed to change your mind ever. Okay, once you say something, you can't change it. That's it.
I understand that. But my point is this: we have a long season, and our players all play international game.
Boogeyman, I'm joking. Listen.
Oh, okay, no.
You are. Of course, you're allowed to change your mind. Of course, you're allowed to have a different opinion. Things are not set in stone, especially when it comes to football, when it comes to tactics, when it comes to performances. These are all going to be changing. They're always going to be developing. I want to say a big thank you to Blue Class TV for the super sticker. Big up to you. Blue Class TV is another YouTube channel, Chelsea YouTube channel that is on the road on the way to 1K. So go show some support to Blue Class TV. Big up to you. Listen, guys. In regards to this, we need to start progressing because it's really too hotter of a debate. Is that a word, hotter? It's too hot of a debate. So we need to keep it progressing. I'm going to ask each one of you to give me your two holding midfielders because I wanted to do the attack, but I think we're better off doing the two holding midfielders first. So I'm going to start with Bobby. Bobby, we're all going towards the fact that Kante will probably start. So who would be partnering Kante in midfield if you do think Kante will be starting tomorrow?
I'm not going with Kante. Kante will come on later for Kovačić. I'm going Rubin and Kovačić.
Right, Rubin and Kovačić to
Georgie
to
may
start.
just sit out this one.
All right, let's put that in there, and then we'll take it. Rubin.
So who's the midfielder, guys? I missed that bit.
Hold on, we'll come into you, Kasim. Just sit tight. Okay. DJ.
Yeah.
Who do you think will be starting in midfield tomorrow?
I think if he is fully fit and everything is okay with him, I think it will be Kante. I'll put Kante as one of them, and I'll put Ruben Loftus-Cheek as the other.
Okay, so Ruben instead of Kovačić. Sorry, Kante instead of Kovačić.
Yeah.
All right, Kasim. Your two holding midfielders.
Kante and Kante and Jorginho for me.
Kante and Jorginho. So we've got two for Kante.
I'm telling you what Tuchel gonna do though. It's gonna be Kante and Jorginho.
Kante and Jorginho. All right. I'm gonna keep Ruben here for now. Eric.
Yeah, I think Rudiger has to. Sorry, not Rudiger. I think Loftus-Cheek has to start. I really do. He's been playing too well, and it would be very. I know Tuchel isn't afraid of making harsh decisions, but I think Ruben deserves to start again, and I think he should, and I hope he does. And I'll say Loftus-Cheek and Kovačić. I don't remember the last game they played together, but I think
they played very well together.
Yeah.
They played very well together.
I'll go with that.
Okay, so that's another one for Kovačić. All right, Boogeyman.
Kovačić and Loftus-Cheek.
All right, so Kante is coming off. All right. Couch.
You guys know I don't agree with this shape, but if I'm going to go with this shape, it's going to be. I think it's going to be Kovačić and Kante.
Interesting. Okay.
But I don't agree with this shape because I would have Ruben in there, but because of this shape, I put Ruben in the 10.
You would do this, right?
Yeah, and a flat 3 in the middle.
And then you'd have Kante here.
Exactly, and a flat 3 in the middle, not like with a number 10.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but how do you play flat 3 in the middle with 2 wing back though?
We've done it. We've done it bare times. Once it works.
Why is that a problem?
3-5-2. Or 3-4-1-2. Yeah.
We'll come back to that. Mo, let me hear your thoughts, Mo.
I think it's gonna be. I know Ruben definitely he will play Kante, but I think he will play Ruben as well. Ruben and Kante.
Ruben and Kante. All right.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, I have a feeling. It's going to be this. I have a feeling it's going to be this. But if Kante is 100%, then it would definitely be Kante here. If he's 100%, and
I mean, he hasn't. Was he showing symptoms when he had COVID? Does anyone know?
Apparently, he was isolating for 10 days only.
Right, but
I
was he
didn't
showing
re- I-
symptoms,
yeah,
or
I didn't,
is
I
it
didn't,
just
I
like
didn't see it.
Yeah, but
I
his
didn't see
last
it.
game it
I didn't
was
see any reports on
not
him.
there. I think it was the game against Juventus.
He
Or
was, yeah, but that game he was ill. It wasn't COVID.
yeah, but then
right,
COVID
okay,
come in, right?
okay,
So you
right,
never
right,
know.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So we don't know if if he had symptoms and if he was out for a while, then I don't think Tuchel. I think Tuchel would have said that he's not fit. It's a funny one. It's a funny
Yeah.
one, but I have a feeling that he won't be on for the full game if he does start, and that's why I think he may come on if we need him.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The thing is, we need to start managing Kante. Really, like
Yep.
a game like this.
100%.
If there is any chance we can win that game without even Kante touching the field, we should do it.
Yeah.
I don't
Do you
see a
believe
reason
that,
why
though?
Kante
Do you believe
sorry?
that though? Do you
I
believe
think.
that?
we can win this game without Kante playing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen.
I just like the fact what Ruben is
I think
showing.
Kante will
That's my
start,
only
man.
problem.
Kante will start
Guys,
tomorrow, man.
this is a question to all of you. What game is more difficult, the match tomorrow or the match midweek?
Tomorrow.
Oh, without
Tomorrow.
doubt.
Tomorrow, because
Without-
after
without
international
doubt,
more.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Exactly, that too.
so I think he would probably risk playing Kante. He may even
Yeah,
risk
it's
playing
possible.
Reece James tomorrow because Malmo is not really going to be that much of a
Yeah,
test.
but can I say
I
something?
fancy Reece James to start though.
So that again, Kasim, you think Reece James will start?
Yeah, I fancy me starting tomorrow. Yeah.
All right, okay.
I'm just thinking.
And also we're forgetting one thing. Kante's last game, I think it was Man City. That was a long time ago. He needs to play
Yeah.
for fitness issue. He needs to
Sure.
play.
But what about the theory that Kante should be easy back into the team? Like Malmo
Yeah.
game
Well,
is the game to give
you
a
can give
proper
him
run.
60. You can give him 60 and bring on Mount or
Yeah,
something like
but
that, right?
the game
Yeah.
tomorrow is going to be so physical.
Boogeyman.
You don't want Kante to get injured.
Boogeyman.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's
a
COVID.
good point.
It's not muscle injury. It's not muscle fatigue.
It's
It's not
COVID. Yeah.
broken
Yeah, but
bone.
what do we like
It's
about
COVID.
Kante? We always say he has the he play
Energy.
The energy.
Boogie,
Yeah.
Boogie,
he has the two people chase him. So
long for two people.
Yeah, man, yeah, the long for two people. So Kante just come out of the COVID, so he doesn't have the long for two people at this point. He has the long for one people. So one guy. So why do we use him? Let's wait for him to come back completely.
I just
wait
don't know
for
if he's been showing symptoms. That's all. But like, I agree with you. Like, there's this.
the
I would
Malmo game
respond
is
to
the
this
game to put him in so he can play the 90-minute. But tomorrow game, it's not like we don't have someone that can play that.
You know what? You know it would suck.
No,
for me?
Malmo.
You know what would suck for
Saul
me?
need
If we
Malmo.
played
Saul
Kante-
need Malmo.
If we play, just imagine we play Conte for Malmo, and he gets injured in that game. That would burn me. That would burn me. I would hate to have.
Yeah,
him play
but
the game
then
that
if
I
Kante
don't
will get
anticipate
injured,
we need him for the Malmo. I would not want him to play that game.
yeah,
I
but
want him to
that
play
game is in front of
against
Chelsea
Brentford
fans.
because it's more important to me.
Yeah, but that game is at home, and against Malmo, we know we're going to win it. And what Kante get injured, then I mean Kante will die in the tomorrow game. Like that's my point. The tomorrow game is more physical. Injury, you don't know when it is coming. But I think Malmo game is better to put Kante into that field to play 90 minutes so he can have game time and just get his lungs back or whatever you want to say. But tomorrow game, the physical nature of that game tell us Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic should start in the midfield. No Kante, no Jorginho. Because both two people are so technical and at the same time physical and control the ball so good that's what we need at this point.
You're not lying, man. You're making perfect sense to me. Like I hear what you're saying. Like I said, I believe that those two should start anyways. I have Kante in there because I don't trust our number 10s right now. So I'm going with a midfield 3. But I agree with you. Everything that you said right now, even with Kante, like it makes sense to me. I'm kind of like iffy on it right now, just based on what you're saying.
I timed it perfectly, did I? That was a perfect timing. Listen, guys. Let's talk about the attack. Let's talk about the attack because this lineup we need to move on. So, who are the two attack-minded players that would be supporting Lukaku, because listen, this is crucial. This is crucial because people are starting to talk about Lukaku not being the finisher, the clinical finisher that we bought. In my opinion, Lukaku hasn't been given the right service recently. So Ziyech has been poor. Havertz has been poor. Mason Mount has not been Mason Mount that we know. Callum the other night did well. Timo Werner, he's improving. What do you guys think would be Tuchel's choice? Now it can be two strikers, 110, or it can be 210s. It's open to your interpretation. I'll start with Mo this time. Mo, give me your thoughts, mate.
I think he's gonna go with Havertz and Werner.
Havertz and Werner. Okay. Why?
Well, Werner because of the running and Kai because the height.
Do you think that he'll play it this way, or he'll play Werner next to him and Havertz just behind him?
I think Havertz will be behind him.
Just behind him. Okay. All right.
Yeah, because Lukaku like to run from the left. So if Havertz is playing, they're gonna run into each other from there.
Okay. Dennis, your thoughts?
I'm kind of in the agreement with Mo. If that's the shape again, I'm still advocating for 3 in the middle, just because I don't trust the 10s right now. But if this is the shape we're going to run with, then I think it's going to be Havertz, who hasn't played a lot of football the last little while. Let's be honest, he hasn't really. I can't tell you the last time he started. I can't even remember. So in terms of form, I think that he needs to come back into the side at some point. Mason Mount, I just think is out of form right now. He's just out of form, and I can't see him getting into the side if we're looking for the most informed players right now. So I would go with Werner and Havertz. I don't necessarily think that we need to play with anyone in behind Lukaku. I think that that front 3 could be fluid. I think that you could see Havertz coming in. I can see Werner coming in. I can see Lukaku dropping deeper and allowing those guys to run in behind. Keep it fluid. I don't think there needs to be set positions there.
Fair enough. Boogeyman?
I think it's going to be Mount and Havertz, but I would love to have Werner instead of Havertz.
You think he would drop Werner after his international duty performances?
Yeah, the thing is, the reason why I think that is Mount has not played too many games before the international break, so he may think Mount is well rested, and Werner has played a few games, and even during the international break he plays a lot. He played a lot of games.
Mount played.
No, but before the break, Mount was not playing. He was just resting, and then he may think Mount has more energy in him to run, and because of those Brentford, they are really physical. He may need Mount to press, and I think it will be Mount Werner, but
yeah. That I can see happening. Mount Werner, I can see happening. I know Kai Havertz and Mount played well early doors, but I think right now having Werner's pace with Mount's press.
So Mount Werner, yeah. But again, I'm worried that Tuchel may put Mount and Havertz. But if you remember, a few streams ago, we all came to the conclusion that every time Mount and Werner play, they don't open the game properly. They keep coming into the midfield trying to take the ball off Kovačić feet and all those things. So most of the time, we don't create anything that the opposite defense does not have too much to do, because Havertz don't really open them up, and Mount doesn't open them up. So we need Werner on the field, but I'm not sure what Tuchel may try to put Mount and Havertz, but I don't think it will work. So I will advise them to put Werner and Mount.
Okay, all right. Eric, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to go for something very different. This is going to be controversial.
Barkley.
No. I'm going with I'll go with Cho on the left. And then I'll go with Werner on the right. I don't think Havertz and Mount they haven't been in form recently, so that's what I would go with. Cho on the left, Vern on the right. I think Cho deserves some more game time. I think he did well in the last game, and I know some people don't agree with it, but
he was rest also. He was rest, so he should be ready to.
So I think he should start. Yeah.
Cho was rested, so I think he does. I mean, I have nothing against this because that's what it should be. With Chelsea team, we have 18 or 22 players, and they all should come in whenever we need them.
I think I saw this.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it too. But I was thinking because he has a very good record against Malmo. All 2 times we played him, Cho scored. So I was thinking he's gonna start that. That's why I didn't put him in this one. To be honest, I thought about it, but I'm thinking.
Yeah, but Tuchel said he doesn't think about the next match. He only think about tomorrow game, right?
Yeah, that's what manager said. We all know it's not true.
Exactly. Yeah, but we're trying to find what Tuchel is doing. We say what Tuchel will be doing today. Tomorrow, sorry.
All right. Let's hear DJ. DJ, what's your thoughts?
No, this is no lie. Yeah, I was actually going to go with what Eric Blues actually said. I was actually going to go with Cho and Timo Werner for tomorrow's, and I think that's what I think Thomas Tuchel will do. But I was just going to keep it with Werner on the. Mine was going to be he'll probably keep Cho on the right and Werner on the left. That was the only thing I was going to say. But it makes more sense for Cho to actually be on the left because he's actually better on the left hand side. So yeah, I agree with Eric Blue on that one. And I think that's what Thomas Tuchel will do tomorrow as well.
And just to jump on the back of that like sort of like a formation that you guys have right now was very successful against the Southampton with Chilwell coming inside and Hudson-Odoi providing the width. And of course, Werner on his right leg, his strong leg being protected. I think I could see this. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like I see.
I'm surprised. I thought I would get a lot more disagreement.
Not at all, Eric. I totally agree with you on that one, bro. I as I said, I agreed with that. I was going to say the same thing, mate, but it was going to be the other side, the two.
Yeah. For me, this is what I want to see. Will it happen? I don't know because Tuchel does change it a lot, but it worked last time. So I'd love to see it again because I think Werner played really well on that. As a right winger, Callum had a good game. Hopefully they can feed Lukaku more in this match. If we do go with this lineup, what's your thoughts on this, Bobby? Bobby, can you hear us?
Bobby, hello?
Yeah, Mo. Sorry, I was being distracted. Sorry, what were you asking?
I was just saying, what do you think of the attack?
I don't know where we are exactly with the conversation, but I definitely believe we are going as we were. Werner and Lukaku for sure. I don't know who will be behind them, but it's anything between Barkley and Mount. Probably starting Mount, Barkley coming on later. That's what I think he will go with. It's not about personal choice. He's got a squad. He's trained the squad. He's got to use the squad.
Yeah, no, I believe Barkley will come on if need be. If we need a bit of creativity, if we need a bit of shooting from outside the box, he could be used. But I think yes. So it's weird.
Barkley has something that none of our other players have, like the eye for passes, last passes. That guy can he can give those last passes to Lukaku and even pick the run of Werner, something we thought Ziyech will be doing. But the thing is, Barkley is not. I'm pretty sure he is valued by Tuchel, but we just don't have that confidence in them yet. But I think he will come today. He'll come in tomorrow as a substitute tomorrow, and slowly he will just cement his place. Because I mean, As I understand what Bobby was saying, Barkley, I wouldn't mind Barkley being where Cho names is as a starter, because it will just make those pass, those run, follow. Like, I mean, it will be crazy. All Werner run will be Barkley will give him the ball, and the same as Lukaku, and Lukaku will be served a lot if Barkley is on that field at the beginning. But I'm not sure if Tuchel is willing to take the risk. It's not even a risk. Barkley is a player, so why not?
Okay, in regards to Barkley, actually, I'll come back to Barkley. I want to talk a bit about the players leaving the club. So we'll have that as the final topic. Before we talk about that topic, I want to know your thoughts in respect to Anthony Taylor and the impact that you think he's going to have on the game tomorrow. His record with Chelsea is disgusting. I mean, that's the best way to describe it. His record officiating Chelsea matches is disgusting. And the fact that he has also, rightly so, in my opinion, taken a lot of stick from his decisions recently, the red card with Reece James and other decisions, he will be coming on that pitch wanting to get the fans back. He's that kind of person. I don't know him personally, but he looks like that kind of person. He looks like the kind of person that will hold a grudge. Okay? Hopefully I'm on. But I want to know your opinion, guys. Do you think that we're playing against Brentford tomorrow or against Anthony Taylor? And I'll start it off with Bobby. Bobby, you go first, mate.
I think Anthony Taylor has given us enough evidence to show that we're playing against Anthony Taylor. If you want to know, if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. I'm not one of these people that keeps making excuses for someone. You show me who you are, I accept who you are. And I think Anthony Taylor has amply shown us who he is. So that is goes without saying for me. What I am concerned about is the way he got this game, because there was no referee or no officials initially allocated to this game, and this game was allocated shortly before it happened, shortly before this date, by the FA. So that also confirms to me the plot against Chelsea Football Club. I hope you can hear me, because my earpiece actually fell off and I kept talking. So that's good. My mic is good. So, so we have a challenge. We have a big challenge. I don't know. I'm lost for words. It's almost as if they're not hiding it. So I think we need to brace ourselves. We need to brace ourselves for decisions that won't go our way. But on the other hand, the best way to deal with that is to go full-blooded for this game. I think offense is going to be our best. Attack is the best form of our defense, and we just play our game. And if they're against us, it is what it is. We have to make it obvious. That's just it. That my concern is the officials. I'm not worried about this game. I'm not worried about Brentford upon their form. I don't think they're good enough to beat Chelsea, despite the fact that we are without Rudiger. They're not good enough to beat us, and we have to show that tomorrow. Will Anthony Taylor look for every opportunity to slip us up? Of course, that's what he does. That is what he does. That's what he's always done. Have we been stabbed in the back, or have we been shot at? Absolutely. It is what it is, guys. That's Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah. Listen, lads, I have opened the lines for the people in the chat to jump on and give us your thoughts and opinions about the game tomorrow. So the lines are open. The link is in the pinned comment. So click on that and jump on. It's going to be open for the remainder of the stream. We'll be streaming for another I'll say half an hour. So the lines will be open for the remainder of the stream. So anybody wants to jump on, you're welcome to do so. Do you guys think that Anthony Taylor understands the what's the word here? The controversy that he is creating, and the fact that this could go pear-shaped for him personally? Because right now, it's debatable. It's subjective whether he has it for Chelsea.
No.
Some will say yes, some will say no.
No,
But,
I don't.
if he has another mad game tomorrow, things are going to be ugly, right?
No,
on,
not
yeah,
for
that's-
him. Not for him, and not for the FA. Those guys are protected. Like, how many times has that guy come into a Chelsea game and completely just made ridiculous calls against us, ridiculous calls, and not been reprimanded? Like, more often than not, you have like the lower tier referees. They get dropped down to the championship, so they don't get a game. He's always playing. Whenever he has a decision against Chelsea, he's always playing, refereeing a match the next week. And
he seems to be getting rewarded for those decisions rather than penalized.
Exactly. And the fact that like all of this noise that we've been generating, like there's a petition of over 100,000 people that were signed to keep this guy away from our match, is only going to add more fuel to this. It's only going to add more fuel. I remember we talked about this before, and I was like, okay, well, what's the more noise we make? What do we expect to have happen? I don't anticipate anything different. I really don't. I think that the noise is only bringing more attention to it, but the attention is not going to be addressed. It's not going to lead to him being like, you know what, I've been really rough on Chelsea the last 5-6 years, so I'm going to back off this time. He's just going to keep doing what he does, and it's just going to continue to anger us and anger us and anger us over and over again. Like, I'm getting heated now. I don't ever like talking about referees because I just know that there's bias. You cannot tell me that there's bias. There's no bias in the game. I hate talking about referees for this reason, because they're supposed to be these impartial officials, and you can't tell me that they're not partial. You can't tell me that Anthony Taylor did not grow up being a Manchester United fan. The guy grew up in Manchester. Like, seriously, like, how could you not be a football supporter and grow up in Manchester and not be a supporter of that club? Like, let's be honest here, man. So, anyways, it goes there for me, and I'm definitely hella scared of what he's gonna really unleash on us tomorrow. I'm hella scared. So we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Definitely. Does anybody else want to jump in on this Anthony Taylor situation?
Yeah, I think I like MTD and DJ.
Go on, Mo.
Yeah, for me, I think he likes it. He likes to be, because you know what? They like it when they do something dirty to Chelsea, because the media will react when Chelsea players get mad, and he will be on the news cycle or whatever, and he will be rewarded. This has been going on. Mark Clattenburg was worse than Anthony Taylor. And just behind Anthony Taylor, Michael Oliver. Just watch him out. He's another one. So I think people love this. This is going to be on panels. Mike Dean, this is going to be on panels tomorrow when 2-3 Chelsea players get booked and they surrounded the referee, and because look at the FA Cup. We lost 2 FA Cup finals because of Anthony Taylor. After the match, even Chelsea fans, they were complaining about how the players were poor. How can you be playing when a referee keep booking each foul against you? It's not a foul. Okay, so I don't think it's very, very hard when you're on the pitch. The referee is against you. No matter how professional you are, it affects your performance. That's what we underestimate. Anthony Taylor on that pitch, somebody like Cover will not be able to perform well because they have history. And he has history with Alonso. He has history with Jorginho. He booked Jorginho 5 times in his, remember, is it Lampard's season or Sarri's season? He was responsible for booking Jorginho 5 times in that season.
Can I ask a question? Probably people, what is our coach or our staff are saying about Anthony Taylor? They're not saying shit. Sorry about using that word, but back in the days, Ferguson criticized referee. Mourinho does also. I think we know what's going on, and they know what's going on. They know tomorrow game, Chelsea win that game on a fair ground, but because Taylor, we're going to be worrying about the 50-50s. So, and if in EPL, that the way the game is now open, the game is now physical. They all say now we just let the physical side of the game to show. And then Antonio Taylor is the referee. Who is going to play 50-50? No, we're not going for it. We're probably going to wait. And we know Brentford is playing physical. So when you put all those hypotheses together, you're like, there is no game of football tomorrow. Chelsea just going to stay there waiting for Brentford to score on us. Because there's no way we can play that game, which is supposed to be physical, and we have Taylor there waiting for us to go into all the 50-50 and get yellow card all the time. So I'm not sure how to...
A question to all of you. Will Brentford be coming into this game knowing this and be trying to use that to their advantage, utilising the hate and the bias that
a big yes from me
Taylor has? Yeah, they will. They will. Because social media now...
It'll be an advantage for the minute, Mo. It'll be an advantage for the minute. I mean, you know, they know this referee's history with us. You know, I'm sure they'll be seeing a lot of it. I mean, look, when this Anthony Taylor, man, if I say any more about him, I'll probably end up swearing, which I won't usually do. But this guy just basically, mate, when I found out he was our referee for this match, I just said, this is why I said why Alonso shouldn't start tomorrow's match, because he's known for getting unnecessary bookings. I think, as I said, he did that in the last match. He got an unnecessary booking for pushing a player on the floor, and that was an unnecessary booking. Yeah. So for me,
deserved it though. He deserved it. He didn't need to put his hands.
Yeah, he didn't need to do. That's what I'm trying to say. Cassie. He didn't need to. But you see, this is what I'm trying to. And with Anthony Taylor as a referee tomorrow, he'll just look at anything he can do tomorrow just to see one little move, one little foul. That's either be a free kick or something like that. Bookings are. Thomas Tuchel could even end up getting booked, maybe sent to the flipping stands as well. As I said, it's just all I can hope for tomorrow is that we just don't let that. Maybe the players should just let it get out of their heads. Go out there, go on the pitch, do the business, try and get the win, and just get out of there as soon as they possibly can.
Can I just say something, guys? I think tomorrow I won't play that referee card thing. I think we need to move on of that. I don't care about the referee really. What we need to do is, what I'm looking at Chelsea, they need to start well. Because since the beginning of the season, we're not been starting well. I don't care what anyone's saying, we're not been starting well. I don't care about we're going to referee excuses here and there. If we're starting very well, we're playing very well, he has no chance to do anything, you know? So we need to look at ourselves.
But you know what,
I think we need to start very well tomorrow.
It's a Chelsea thing, Kasim.
How do you start in well?
You know, tomorrow is a West London derby, you know, and it's going to be tough. Defensively, they sound, and the two men in the front, they are solid. So what I am trying to say is, tomorrow we need to start well. We need to start the first goal, and because they're going to play counter-attack football. That's what Brentford will play, counter-attack football. And they need to come to us, and we're going to score the second and third. But if we're going to go behind and start chasing the game, it's not going to be good afternoon for us. So tomorrow is very crucial to start very well. That's what I want to say.
The referee cannot be allowed. Yeah, just to add to what he said, the referee cannot be allowed to decide the game. You know, we can't put the game in his hands and let him, you know, make a decision that messes us up. So we have to just take it, and nothing that he will do will be able to stop us from getting the 3 points.
I just think that, like, when you look at, again, London derby, West London derby, it's going to be the late kickoff. There's going to be so much attention on this game, and it's just the breeding ground for somebody like Anthony Taylor to just want to have an influence in this match. That's all I'm saying. I agree with you guys, but no more often than not, do not focus on referees. I just feel like this guy in particular, just
isn't it possible to like prevent him? Like, I don't know what it is, man. Like, he should not be allowed to be involved with any Chelsea match. He shouldn't be allowed.
If you have as many disputes against him as we do, and you take it to the FA, and you're like, listen, man, like, how many times? Like, it's not even the fact that like he's right or he's wrong. It's the fact that we have history with him, disputes against him after every match. You know what I mean? That in and of itself should be enough for them to say, okay, well, listen, there's a little bit too much going on here. Maybe we shouldn't give you this game. That's what it is.
Anyone?
You know that Brentford? Yeah, come on, Boogeyman. Come on, Boogeyman.
No. I just want to know. Anyone who remembered what's the worst call that Anthony Taylor has made against us? I can't remember any.
There are too many bad ones. There's too many. the United at home.
Pulisic is sending off.
League Cup.
Kovačić is sending off.
one game we have to keep an eye on is Leicester Man United, because if they drop points, then you know Anthony Taylor is going to be extra mad against us.
Excellent.
Oh, Man United is playing before us,
They
right?
drop points.
They're driving this agenda, mate. Let's focus on our team tomorrow, my mate, right? Because we played that game. Look, Arsenal, first game of the season, Arsenal played Brentford away, right? And there was late kick-off. And the crowd was behind. That's why one of the reasons they won the game as well, including the physical as well, you know? And obviously, Tony bullied the defense. But the fans is loud and so. So it's crucial for us to start well so we can shut them up. But if we started very well and we score, after that we can dominate, we can control the ball and go for the second and third. But if we start sloppy and the crowd behind them, it's going to be a long afternoon or a long night for us. That's what I'm trying to say. Leave the referee on the side. We know what he's like. We need to start well. Chelsea, as a Chelsea team, we need to start well.
You're right, but how do you start a game? Well, sorry, I already said that. I won't repeat myself. Good.
You start well by playing.
I think a lot of the times it's not about how you it's how he calls the game, right? Like we can start moving the ball, popping it around quickly, playing behind. If he doesn't call the game correctly, like if he doesn't give fouls where they're supposed to be given, if he doesn't award free kicks where they're supposed to be given, that takes the energy out of the game, right? Like as much as he's going to play a role in this game.
One second, lads. Listen, there are so many different elements that we have to think about in regards to Anthony Taylor that it's really ridiculous. Firstly, the opposition taking advantage. Secondly, the fact that the game will be played under circumstances that is worrisome for us fans. Thirdly, our team, our players, from the get-go, they will be extra careful and extra worried that they might slip up and give him a reason to book them. Okay, this game is being sabotaged before the first whistle is even blown. Now, this is something that we are experiencing, that we are seeing, that we are feeling. This is a sport. This game is entertainment. Now, if the FA can't see the impact that this particular individual has on thousands, if not millions, of individuals watching a game, supporting a club, I just can't understand what it would take for them to take action, because this one geezer tomorrow can mess it up. I mean, I don't want to use the F word, but he can really mess it up for us tomorrow.
There's no accountability.
In the history of FA, have a fan.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh yeah, good. Is a fan managed to
I was wondering,
referee being relegated?
I was wondering that myself.
I don't know.
So if it never happened,
DJ Bobby, do you guys know if this has ever happened? DJ Bobby, do you guys know if the question is? Has a referee been relegated to another division? Has a referee been pushed out because of the impact that he's had on a fan base or on a team in the past?
I'm just trying to think of who.
Maybe more. Maybe you've heard of something.
Yeah, I think I can name one. But I don't know whether he's directly a fan, but I know he was involved. Remember, DJ, you can remember this. Definitely, you and Bobby. Yeah. Even you, Cass, Mo. Remember Rena, the only black referees. When
Ryan Rennie, yeah? Ryan Rennie.
Yeah, he was on all the newspapers, on everything, a whole week or whatever. We didn't see him again after that.
Yeah.
He was the last.
What happened again?
What was the incident?
That was the end of his career.
Yep.
He red-carded Alan Shearer, if I'm not mistaken.
What did he do?
Alan Shearer used to elbow people. Alan Shearer used to elbow people each time he jumped for the ball.
Yeah, basically, with his
elbow. And I think he's the first one to put a stop to it, and that was the end of him.
Listen, I'm not following Emo. Sorry, I didn't hear you properly. Why was he regulated, or why was he relegated to the championship, or why was the referee being kicked out of the APL because of Alan Shearer elbows? That's what you're saying?
No, they didn't say that. But that was the last game we saw him referee in the Premier League, I think so, if I'm not mistaken, or the top games. They relegated him to
because Alan Shearer's elbowing people, but he's not calling them foul, or what?
No referee used to call it. They never used to call it.
And he did.
Then I'm not following. Then I'm lost completely.
But basically, what MDT is saying is Alan Shearer. You know, Alan Shearer back in the day, he's obviously a great player, but he had a knack for always going in the air with his elbow. But he did it in what a way, and for some reason or another, I don't know how. A lot of referees, for some reason or another, could not see it, or they just did not want to see it. And I think Rennie did see it. And I think he actually, I can't remember. I think he either sent, I think he sent him off.
Sent him off. Yeah.
And then the next day in the newspapers, the amount of crap this guy was getting just for doing that one thing. And I think in the end, I don't think he even quit MDT. I think he actually quit himself because he was put under pressure and under the scope light from a lot of people that didn't like him for doing that. Because Alan Shearer obviously was not only obviously a top striker for his football club at the time, but also for, you want to call it, I don't want to use, what do you call it, but I think for the national team as well, he was one of our best strikers, if you like, for England. And I think because of, I don't know if it was because of that, there was some big thing that went on about it. And I remember Rennie quit after the game or something. He quit because of something like that. Not after.
Also, the referee himself quit. Not good,
yeah. You see, Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer was a fantastic striker.
Yes, excellent player.
He was, in my opinion, one of the best strikers, one of the best English strikers that I've personally seen play. And I've seen, Gary Lineker, and I've seen others. But for me, Alan Shearer was one of the best. And one of the things that Alan Shearer was also known for was his sportsmanship. He was a very good sportsman, but he had a very competitive side to him. So he did do things, and because of his reputation for being, a England icon, he represented the team. He was a captain. So for that, referees kind of went easy on him. But when a referee did take a stance, it was what it was. But for me, it's about governing, adjudicating, making the game fair, enjoyable, and keeping it a sport. When a referee crosses that line of making it all about him, because right now we're talking about Anthony Taylor, we're not talking about Brentford. I don't think we spent as much time talking about Brentford. Yeah, we haven't talked about what Brentford are going to do. We talked about what Anthony Taylor might do.
We're scared of them, man.
See,
we shouldn't be scared of them.
I am not.
Boogeyman, we shouldn't be scared.
I'm not scared of him at all. I think tomorrow.
Yeah, listen.
That game, Boogeyman, just 1 second. That game against Liverpool, he had a good game, right? I know he's made one mistake when he looked at.
Not for me.
Hear me out. Just hear me out. I think that's my opinion, guys. I thought Reece James deserved the red card. He stopped the ball to go in the net. That's my opinion. I thought the mistake.
Do you think
Fabinho deserve a yellow or red?
Mohamed Salah should have got a card for dissent, or he?
Yes.
Fabinho deserve a red card. Two yellow.
No. We can name 100 decisions that were wrong.
No, he didn't have a good game. No.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, to me, the one mistake he made when he went to the monitor, and it didn't take a long time to look properly before he sent him off. But I believe Reece James deserves to be sent off because he just stopped the goal to go in.
The guy is not good. Even the final.
Right.
But tomorrow, guys, my point is tomorrow we should be focusing the way we're playing, how we're gonna play, how Brentford gonna play, and are they gonna be counter-attack? Are they gonna play 3-5-2, 4-3-3? That's what we should be talking about. We're giving too much time to the referee. Just leave it to the referee tomorrow.
We need to make sure.
Have you ever played against a referee before?
We need to make sure there's no incidents, controversial or not, at least 18 seconds before we score any goal. Because if we make anything 18 seconds before we score a goal, they're going to VAR it back and disallow it. So, go on, Dennis.
So, fellas, I got to go pick up my son, but I just wanted to say good chats once again. And, man, I'm really looking forward to this game. I'm excited about it. West.
I am.
I think that stadium is going to be electric. So it's going to be something to observe. And honestly, I'm just hoping that Chelsea emerge with 3 points, because if we can
Yeah,
get
I
on
agree.
any
Dennis.
sort of a
It'd be-
roll
It'd
from
be
this
a tough.
period on into the Christmas break, I think that we're in a good position to like really
Yeah.
challenge for this league. But all we can do right now is just hope that refereeing decisions don't make too much of an influence on the game, and that
That's
the
the
right
thing.
Chelsea shows up with the right pace, the right tempo, right? Very
Yeah.
difficult after an international break to have that sort of like
Yes, I
that sort
agree.
of like cohesion and connection with the squad. But that's probably why a lot of us are saying like some of the guys that weren't able to go away on international duty, maybe they should be getting more minutes, because they were there practicing for the last 10 days or whatever, and perhaps have the better chance of like showing some sort of like chemistry and cohesion
and
going
Tuchel
forward.
has said
But
he gave them 2 days to rest also, so I think they're more fresh to just.
yeah, well, I mean, we'll have to see, but I'm really looking forward to this game, and I guess we'll talk tomorrow if anything.
Yeah.
That's a move.
Yeah. Sorry,
Right.
Mo. Sorry, guys. I was distracted. I
Peace,
did a
guys.
COVID test with my family, and it's so weird. We're all non-symptomatic. One of my kids has come back positive. I don't believe the
Oh,
result.
man.
Wow.
There's nothing wrong with her.
Yeah.
She's up and about, dancing. I mean, there's a mistake here somewhere. No
we had a
temperature.
share
There's
myself.
nothing.
There are a lot of
Oh,
false
that's-
positives also, so just wait for
Not
the
even a
second test.
cough. Nothing. And we did the kit. It's all negative, and that's why my wife was jumping up and down, and she was so upset about it. I said, "No, it's not right." So I'll sort it anyway. So please, my apologies.
No. Listen.
Don't apologize, man.
Best wishes
That's
to you and your
yeah.
family,
Yeah, best wishes, man.
and to your daughter, and hopefully it's it's nothing serious. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Yeah,
It's
Best of luck,
annoying.
guys.
I mean, we're
Couch-
all
couch-
negative. I mean,
couch,
but-
take care, bro.
Take
See
care,
you later,
guys.
Dennis.
Take
Take
care,
care,
bro.
mate.
Take care, mate.
To me tomorrow, guys. To me,
You love
tomorrow.
that,
for
Mo, don't
calling
you?
Kevin.
You just love doing that,
Mo
Mo.
finished
Thank
the
you.
stream,
He
or
loves
what?
it.
I
Thank
can't
you.
wait.
Thank you, guys.
He
Thank
loves
you,
it
Mo.
as well. Time out. Boom.
No, to me tomorrow, guys, it's all about the 3 point, because now we got Liverpool and we got City. City playing Burnley tomorrow. Liverpool playing Watford early kickoff. So early kickoff, if they win, they're gonna go top. Because we're playing late. Tomorrow is all about the 3 point. That's why I'm really focused on Chelsea tomorrow. I take 1-0, 2-1, because it's always like Dennis said, always difficult after the international. Always difficult.
We never tend to like. I mean, I think we always said. I think especially after international break, we never ever start well. And if we play anything like that and they get us, mate, we'll be. But listen, as I said, I think we can do. I think we can do it tomorrow. It'll be tough though. It's gonna be tough. But we'll do it.
It'll be all right tomorrow, man. It'll be all right.
Don't use those people come from international games for tomorrow. Just use the fresh and the international men coming to if we need them, they come in. But if we don't need them, let's run give 90 minutes to Barkley. I don't care. Barkley can. Go ahead.
Would you put Saul Gaz in that as well then?
Listen, guys.
I need to throw that one in there. Sorry.
You'll be surprised by my answer.
No.
Actually,
what?
I wouldn't
If he's on
mind.
the pitch, it means Tuchel believes he can do it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind. That's my problem. The only reason why I was after Saul Niguez at the beginning, for anyone that was with this stream since the start of the season, is because the dude just came out of La Liga.
And I agree with you, mate. That's why I said
want
that.
to tell me that guy who the hell he is? He's not a Superman. What are you talking about? This is EPL. And the guy can't even break into Atletico Madrid team. I keep pointing at the back because La Liga is not better than EPL.
No.
Yeah,
I think DJ answered. I think it's gonna start the Champions League game.
You think start the Champions League game, Almo?
I think Saul is gonna start the Champions League game. It's an easy game, and it's European. I think he will start Champions League game. I really do.
I know.
No game
Is it?
easy.
Are you sure?
No game is easy.
Okay. Look, no game is easy, man. No game is easy. It is Champions League. Every team is at a certain level. So, yes, it's easy on paper. It's easy compared to the other teams, but it's always going to be a struggle.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My only worry tomorrow is Anthony Taylor.
Yeah.
My only
Oh no!
Seriously.
All right, listen,
Chelsea
listen.
tomorrow.
Guys. Last topic.
Yeah.
Last topic of the stream. And by the way, thank you to everyone who has been on the stream so far. Have we hit 100 likes? We haven't hit 100 likes. We're on 76 likes and 2 dislikes. Guys, let's hit 100 likes. I'd really
Come
appreciate
on, guys.
it.
Let's hit 100,
Those
guys.
of you who
No one's
haven't
jumped on
subscribed,
even.
big up to you and subscribe. Big up to everyone who's on the stream. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the Blue Lounge. Last topic. And for me, this is the topic I was going to actually do a stream about yesterday. But I didn't want to do a stream about this topic by itself because I think it's not really concrete right now. And the topic is the players that have been linked to be sold either in January or at the end of the season. Either sold or out on a free. Now, we all know that Christensen hasn't signed a contract yet.
Yeah.
Rudiger hasn't signed a contract yet. And I think Azpilicueta's contract is also expiring.
Yeah.
Timo Werner has been linked with every club under the sun. And one that isn't even under the sun is in Newcastle. So he's been linked.
You mean England? You mean England? I mean, it's everywhere. Everywhere in England.
It's dark, it's gloomy, it's really cold right now this time of year.
Atletico Madrid as well, Eric Blue. He's been linked with Atletico Madrid as well. Timo Werner.
So, also, there's players that have been on the fringe that were supposed to be out on loan. They weren't out, they stayed, like Barkley, Loftus-Cheek. Right now, there's a lot of talk. I haven't actually heard nothing in regards to transfer rumours per se right now, but there's been talk about Hakim Ziyech being linked with clubs in Italy in the past.
Milan.
So there's a lot of players. AC Milan. There's a lot of players that are possibly out of the club at the end of the season. Now, in respect to the squad, if these players leave, what impact is that going to have on us? Will Chelsea be looking? Because we all know Chelsea is looking to bolster in defence for the next transfer window. Maybe in attack for the January transfer window. But if these players do go, like Rudiger, like Christensen, like Ziyech, maybe even Timo Werner.
Yeah.
What impact is that going to have? So I want to spend the next 15, 20 minutes just to discuss that. And it's an open discussion, so anyone can start this off.
Can I start?
Sure, go ahead.
Of course we can.
Yeah, look, I'll just try and I'll go player by player. So I'll start with Christensen. Christensen isn't going anywhere, in my opinion. I think Chelsea are way too invested in him. Chelsea have always rated him very highly.
It's becoming good as well.
Sorry?
It's not becoming good now, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And it's showing that they were right to have patience and faith in him. So they're being proven right. And I think he's pretty comfortable at Chelsea. He's getting a lot of game time now. Yeah. And he has no reason to leave, the way I see it. So I'm expecting him to, sign a new contract. I'm not worried about that. So I think he'll stay. I was told Rudiger is leaving, which I'm not happy about. That's a huge one. For me, that's the biggest blow. If Rudiger leaves, that's huge. I was listening to something on TalkSport, and someone was, I don't want to mention his name, but he was saying that just let him go. Chelsea should let him go. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I know you're talking
You're not
about
making sense. You're not making sense.
Yeah.
He's the reason why he's one of the main reasons why Chelsea have been so good defensively. You can't just throw him away and just assume that we'll just continue to be the team we are. It doesn't work like that. So we need to, try as much as we can to keep him, and sign him on and extend his contract, whatever you need to do. Just try as much as possible to meet his. I don't know about demands. Maybe just whatever he wants. We can try and appease him to an extent. And obviously, if it's about money, then we can't compete with other clubs. We're not going to pay him 400k a week like other teams have been. I think Madrid are willing to do that. So if it's about money, then it's nothing we can do. If Chelsea offer him 200k a week and Madrid offer 400, and then he goes to Madrid because of the money, then I can't fault the club. But if the club are still haggling with 120, 130, and then he leaves, then I'll be upset. So I think they need to try. They need to really try to keep Rudiger. Who else did you mention? One or two other people.
Aspi.
He's
been linked with Barcelona.
Yeah. Aspi might. I think in the 1920 season, I was thinking like maybe he has one more season, but obviously he has such a good season last season that I feel like he has one more season again. So
I gave him a 2-year contract, me. He's a leader. He's I give him at least 2 years contract. I think he's very good. He's been very good for us.
I think he should stay for at least one more season. So the season after this one, I think he can stay for the next season, and then maybe after then he can go. But obviously he needs to be comfortable. He needs to be made to feel like he's welcome, right? He's the club captain. So we need to be very careful the way we deal with the situation. And then who else did you say?
Who else is there? Aspi. Let's talk of Timo Werner.
Ziyech.
Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah, Barkley has no future at Chelsea, unfortunately. And I think Ziyech.
Tomorrow he's gonna prove you wrong. Tomorrow you watch.
I hope so, man. I think that he scores tomorrow.
Yeah, look, no. Loftus-Cheek, I was really hoping, and I think Loftus-Cheek has a chance. I think he does. Ziyech, I don't think Ziyech has a chance. It's very sad because I think before the 1920 season, I think he was my player of the season. Like I was expecting him to be the standout player, but he didn't work out like that. He hasn't really done much, and there's no evidence to suggest that he's going to start playing well. And he can't. It seems like he just can't adapt, to a different system. He can't really play the way Tuchel wants him to play. So I think he will go. I don't think it's going to work out, unfortunately. Werner, if Werner goes, I won't be too upset, I have to be honest, even though I think he should stay.
I would. I think Werner is very good, mate. I think very good.
I think
I tell you what, sorry to interrupt you, Eric. I think if Werner go to the like of Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, you will see different Werner. He's got the tools, mate. He just need a bit of
Yeah, but people's issues, I can't really argue with people's issues with Werner, the technical ability, people he doesn't look up, he always has his head down, he doesn't always have the best decision making, in the box. I can't really argue with things like that, but I still think Werner can do something at Chelsea. I'm not I don't want him to get sold right now. So, but if he goes, I understand, and then that's it. Yeah.
Answer this question for me, Eric, because that's a possibility right now.
So, okay, Chelsea were linked with Kingsley Coman, right? I think. I think people were talking about Sané as well to Chelsea.
Yeah, and Jonathan David has been as well mentioned in the last couple of days again.
Yeah, I would take any of those people. I would take someone who is not just because of Werner, but because Pulisic is not. I didn't even mention Pulisic, man. Pulisic.
Me as well, man.
He's been disappointing.
For me, he needs to go.
Do you know why? Do you know why you didn't mention him? Because he doesn't exist. Where is he? We haven't seen him. Boogeyman.
Listen, when it comes to Ziyech, Eric Blue, as much as I understand where you come from, I just think he still have a future at Chelsea because Ziyech as Mount, so like same as Mount, all trying to adapt to Lukaku. That's the whole. I've seen what Ziyech in the preseason. Lukaku was not in this team. Ziyech was the best player in our preseason. We all saw that. We all said that exactly. Even the first two game or the first game, he was really good until he got injured in the first final. I think he was injured in the Europa something.
The Super Cup, yeah.
Thank you. He was injured in the Super Cup. Before that cup, he was one of our best. you can. My wife is drilling something. I don't know what she's doing, but that's fine. Anyways,
Boogeyman, ask this question for me, mate. Would you take Sterling?
no, I don't. I will not take Sterling.
I would. I
Oh
would.
yeah,
I want
absolutely. Yes.
He's a great player. Yeah.
I definitely would take
That-
Sterling. Definitely.
my point is this: we have Callum that we haven't given full chance. We don't know what are the full potential of that kid. We just don't know yet. Why would you take Sterling and pay him 400 or 200 pounds, 200,000 pounds a week for what?
But Sterling is always going to be like he has a fantastic fitness. He will always be. He doesn't get injured. You know, he's a really good player.
Much,
that's why that kid from Manchester City is benching him.
Foden. Is it Foden?
Phil Foden.
Yeah, Foden.
Foden. So I don't understand. If someone is available all season and Foden is benching him, tell me what do you want me to think about him? I'd rather have you being injured and Foden bench you. But if you're there and if Foden is benching you, then I don't know who you are. Anyways, it's not a problem. My point is this: Tuchel has not finished using our full team yet. We have a lot of players there. Whether Pulisic is injured or no, Pulisic is coming back at one point, and we will see a good of Pulisic. So for me, Ziyech, give him the time. I mean, he has a headache. I don't know if it is true or not. Let him.
But Boogeyman, if tomorrow offer coming for Pulisic, I will sell him tomorrow.
Thanks for letting me know. I will not sell him.
Honestly, the guy is not available, mate. The guy is not available.
What do you want me to say?
No, because you see the best is we have to be realistic in a way, isn't it? If Pulisic is not
realistic, give me an example of American player that is playing for Chelsea that is playing good, or that you can. I'm not saying Pulisic bring more than just being playing for Chelsea. He's the captain of USA. He bring a lot of marketing. He bring all those crap. I don't know why Chelsea want to keep him. So my point is this: is Pulisic good? Yes. Is he always injured? Yes. But can we get him out of the injury room? Yeah, potentially. He will.
What I would say, yeah. He's young. He's young as well. So let's not be too.
My point is this:
22,
I understand where you guys coming from one by one. But if today, let's say tomorrow game, we don't have enough forward to play, I will be on your side. I'll be like, yeah, what the hell are we doing with Pulisic? Why is he? But we have enough. Cho is there. Werner is fit. Mount is fit. Who else? Werner is there. Lukaku is there. Tell Tuchel to figure it out. Let me know who are the three between those 7 I just listed, or between those 6 that are playing front 3. Could we have enough? Let the one that are injured come back completely, like full fit, and we use them. I don't care about that. When it comes to our defense, someone say Aspi. Yeah, I mean, listen. Why would you let Aspi go? Aspi has to stay. We let Zuma go. Right now, we're having a problem in our defense. We're panicking. My point is this: at this time, we have Chalobah. We have who else is no Chalobah? Chalobah hasn't signed a contract yet, right?
He's on the verge of signing a new contract, though. I think it's going to be maybe in January. The talks January.
Good to know. That's really good to know. So, Rudiger is the problem. If Rudiger decided to leave, then let's now making sure that in the worst case scenario we have someone that can play, and Sarr is there. Let's just push her into that position to play. I just don't think we are at that point we should panic yet. We have enough player and enough depth there here.
I don't trust Sam, man. I really don't. He can prove me wrong, obviously, but
do you trust Kepa?
Yes, more than before. Because he's
how do you trust Kepa now? That means you have to give Sarr some chances. Do you trust Chalobah?
Of course, yeah,
100%.
Then why do you come to trust Chalobah?
No, because Chalobah has played well.
Good.
Sarr hasn't played well. Kepa has had good performances. Sarr hasn't played well.
To be fair on Sarr, I have to say, I mean, look, I think he had one bad game in pre-season. I think we all remembering him for that. For me, I think he needs to be given. I think he's.
And Villa game, DJ. I think he had a bad game against Villa as well.
I don't think he was that bad against Aston Villa. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he was that bad. Honestly, I mean, when they scored that goal, it was nothing. It wasn't his doing. It wasn't his fault. I mean, I don't think it was. I think he
is
needs
different.
to be. He's different.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just going to say he just needs to be given. Yeah, go on, MDT. Sorry,
DJ Sab. I was going to back your point there, but sorry, if you just finished.
No,
I was going to back your point to say what you were saying. You and Boogeyman, you guys are right. You know, the thing is, Chelsea fans, they have this fixation on certain players. Sarr misplaced 2 passes against Aston Villa. That's what everybody is pointing on. Yes, he did misplace 2 passes. But you name a player that didn't do it. Even Reece James misplaced 3 or 4. But Chelsea fans, if you put a microscope on anything, you will see fault. So that's what we have to ease ourselves from. Because sometimes we look at these players in a microscopic way.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, we need to
But
avoid that.
Chalobah has also had. He's done the same thing you said. Misplaced passes. He has had some poor moments where he got exposed a little bit. But he's also. I mean, we're not just saying it because of he has had poor passes or he's not. I don't think he's good enough to be in the squad. I don't think
agree.
he's good enough to be.
It's not good enough.
But then
I think your problem is Sarr
I
was
back you,
playing.
Eric. I don't think it's good enough.
But
Sarr
Kasim and Eric Blue
in Portugal, and he didn't manage to cement his place. And you're like, why someone that cannot play for Porto? What is it doing in Chelsea? So that thing is like in your mind. You're processing all those information like, he's not good enough for Chelsea. No, the problem is this. No team is going to improve a player for you to take away. So if Sarr was 100% a Porto player, I'm pretty sure he will play more games than what he played last season. So my point is this. I've seen Sarr. Can Sarr do the job tomorrow? Guarantee the answer for me is yes. The thing is this. We defend 5 and we attack 5. So where is the problem? How many times? How many times? Thiago has covered for Rudiger mistakes. He did a lot of them. How many times Rudiger has covered for Alonso or Ben Chilwell mistakes? Many times. How many times Kovacic lost the ball in the midfield, and you will see Rudiger or Azpilicueta making those blocks in the box? Many times. Sarr is going to do the same thing. But someone will be there to correct it. That's all I care about at this point. My point is this. We have the team. Let's go beat Brentford tomorrow. We can. I mean, I would like to kick at Tony Taylor, but I'm not sure. That's the only thing that's the guy that is getting on my nerve. I'm just thinking, how do you play 50-50? How do you play physical if Anthony Taylor is the one referee? I just don't know how I do that.
I don't know.
That's the EPL. It's not Spanish game. It's not even like you. Sorry, I don't know if you guys have talked about it, but that offside during the whatever do. I think Spain against France
Nations League.
Someone just tell me if I'm wrong or not.
Doesn't make any sense.
I haven't watched too much pundits comment on it, but that was offside, 100%.
Yeah.
And he didn't even care. And is he overruling the VAR now or something? Is Anthony Taylor that powerful?
Boogeyman, let me bust all of you Chelsea fans your bubble here. If you remember the 2009-2008 Didier Drogba, the goal against Manchester United, that technically won us the league, because that was the game, I think a game before the final game of the season or two. It was similar scenario. Solomon Kalou passed the ball. I think it touched Vidic or Ferdinand, and he went to Didier was in an offside position, and we scored. We won the game. This law has been going on for a long time. I don't know whether people forget about it or whatever. It's always been there.
But do you think the law is correct?
No,
is the law right?
No, it's not right. It's not right. But I'm just saying that we benefited from it before and won a league.
But you say Kalou put the ball against Rio Ferdinand.
No, he was passing to Didier Drogba. Exactly what happened. Rio Ferdinand or Vidic went to touch the ball, but he just touched them. Just exactly like this.
2010.
Yeah, but I understand about this case, the Spanish player said he did not touch the ball.
No, he touched the ball. Come on, watch it. He touched the ball. He wasn't intention. He wasn't offside. I will take the law back. Yeah, I will get rid of the law. But what I mean, it's been going on for a long time. It's not a new law.
I know it's there because I know. But
the goal you mentioned, do you know for sure that Drogba was offside when the ball was passed initially? Or was it?
Yeah. It wasn't. Drogba was sleeping there. He had a bed.
The issue is this. There was no VAR at that time. So we were depending on the linesman and the referee. Today we have VAR, and we know that Mbappe was in an offside position.
Yeah, at the passing when they go.
No. They know Drogba was on offside position, but the law is the defender touched the ball even slightly. That's what the law is.
I just want.
It's nothing to do with your
Also,
offside position.
Do you guys remember the game against Atletico Madrid?
Yes,
Giroud.
and when Alonso passed the ball, was Giroud offside then, or was he offside after Hermoso touched the ball, or before Hermoso touched the ball? Because
He was
wondering.
offside then.
Yeah, because
yeah.
that law only makes sense to me if Giroud was offside the whole time. So from the start of when Alonso released the ball up until when he did the overhead kick, if that wasn't the case, then I don't really understand this whole
The ball never made it. The thing is, the ball never made it to Giroud until it hit their player. Even if he was offside, the ball never made it to him.
Which means he wasn't involved, or it doesn't count that he's offside. That's what he said.
Subjective interpretation.
Someone say in the chat, DJ was offside with a cigar and the champagne. Yo, I like that line, man.
Mo, can I just go on about these players that might be leaving Chelsea? I was just going to say, I personally don't think Timo Werner is going anywhere. Personally, I think all this talk of him going anywhere is just a load of rubbish. Personally, I think people are just linking him with Newcastle because of their wealth that they've got, and obviously because he's had that very first bad season. But I think he's actually improved a lot this season, and I think he's actually scoring goals. He's not so much offside as he used to be. And I think he's starting to understand the way of playing football here. And I think for me, he won't go anywhere. I think Azpilicueta, I think he'll end up getting a new contract. Personally, I think that's going to happen as well.
Yeah.
1 more year at least.
Because he's 30 and over, yeah.
Sorry,
31.
Yeah, 31. 31 years.
31. Wow.
31. Yeah. In terms of Ziyech, I think that could be a possibility. He may go. He might end up going because I just don't think it's not really been that great for him since he's come to Chelsea. But I still believe there's a player in him, and I just think it just needs to come out. Whether it's his attitude, his attitude is what's stopping him from doing it is another thing. If his attitude is not with the club or his heart's not with the football club, then as far as I'm concerned, my club's more important. Then leave the football club. That's how I look at it. If you don't want to be there, so for me, he could go. All right, and I think the other thing also comes down to people saying about players leaving. I think what people have got to remember, I think also is it also comes down to our football ground and the capacity, because there's a lot of talk of that going around that we may end up doing our football ground again. Has been mentioned as a possibility of being of us actually getting a high capacity in there again. So again, it depends on when I say renovate, basically, to put it to I think it's 50 or 60,000 capacity crowd or something like that. So again, it comes down to that as well. So there's a lot of sort of ifs and buts of players leaving and going. I don't think many of them will probably go, apart from the ones that I've said Ziyech possibly will go. But I think the rest may end up staying. Pulisic, I think I still believe in Pulisic. I know he's injury prone, but I think when he is playing, when he does start games and he plays, he does play well for us. So for me, that's just my take on it all. I think there will be players leaving, but not all the ones that we think will go.
Yeah, a good point.
Yeah,
good
for me,
point.
Can I say something on this?
Go on, Bobby.
Over the past, throughout the international break, it was very interesting. I paid a little bit more attention than I usually do to a lot of the so-called Chelsea fan social media people. And I've suddenly discovered that a lot of the people on social media that we think are Chelsea fans, I don't, in my opinion, believe they are Chelsea fans. I think they are Chelsea detractors. These people look for any rumor that they can push out there, and they push it. The unfortunate thing is that
Bobby,
as the true fans...
It's up to you for 1 second. You can include in that statement fans and also journalists.
Well, yeah, some of them are journalists, some of them are not journalists. They're just popular social media people. And the sad thing about it is that the true fans take up these stories. You know, the Werner nonsense. You know, because of Newcastle, they then add it again, and they add other things. You know, true fans take it up because, and you can tell if you sit back and watch the posts, the true fans that are slightly concerned but swallow the bait, and the people that are teasing or baiting. A lot of it is nonsense. Donny van de Beek has sat in the stands since he signed for Man United. Nobody says a word. John Stones has not kicked a ball for Man City
It's really the Chewy
in
though.
8 games.
It's
Nobody
the
says
Chewy
a
and Ollie.
word. I really need to land because every time I say this, people start laughing but this is the truth. If you listen to Pep Guardiola's press conference today when they questioned him about Sterling, it was like, well, Sterling's one of my players. He's at a top club. I can't choose everybody. I choose the team that will win the game. If Hakim Ziyech, I was just watching him in training today on one of the clips. I don't know what day it was, but he looked happy enough to me. If Hakim Ziyech is playing games, I don't care. I don't really care what he's doing. If he's on the pitch, it means he's good enough. If he doesn't perform, he will sit in the stands. He's been paid by Chelsea. He's been contracted to Chelsea. If Chelsea choose to sell him, fine. If Chelsea don't choose to sell him, I don't care. If he misbehaves, he will be sent to the reserve team. This is modern football. All this, he hasn't played. What's happened to him? Let's sell him.
Bobby, sorry to interrupt you, but the club.
Hold on, Eric. I want you guys to address this comment.
Yes.
Straight up.
It's a yes. But one question. Is Mino Raiola still his manager?
Agent.
I tell you what, I would take it. I like Pogba.
Can I
ask as well?
for that question before we let Bobby continue?
We got Bobby and Eric. Go on, Boogeyman. Go on.
Yeah, the thing is, at Chelsea, we like hard workers. Pogba does not fit in that build at all. Like,
oh, come on, please.
Come on, Pogba, man, come on.
Can I listen? You guys can take Pogba, but don't bring it to Chelsea. Pogba can be lazy. Pogba is really technical player, but Pogba can create a lot of discord. I don't like him.
If we still had Zuma in the squad, do you know Pogba, Zuma, and Kante as a three? These guys have mad chemistry. They're really close friends.
Listen,
it would have been some next level.
At one point, people I've seen it. I think it was way back before even I show up on this stream. Someone said Loftus-Cheek is better than Pogba. I say no. Shut up. Like, Pogba is something else. Loftus-Cheek play good, but don't say that. And it was a fight. It was between me and another friend in Canada. So a lot of people because they're Chelsea fan, they're trying to big up Loftus-Cheek too much. And Pogba is something else. We know that. Technically, the guy is good. Around the box.
He will fit that number 10, Boogeyman. He will fit number 10 will miss it.
No. Listen.
He will, 100%.
Yeah, I understand your point, but what I'm trying to say is, as much as Pogba, around the box, can pick the angle of the goal and can do whatever, he can shoot, he can dribble, he can do pretty much everything. I'm telling you something. Pogba will never fit for Chelsea team. That's not possible because of the way we play. Pogba is too much of Ronaldinho. I don't see Ronaldinho play for Chelsea. He need a lot of freedom. We cannot give him that. That's why tough manager in Manchester, Mourinho, and Pogba does not work. At the same time, bring Mourinho to Chelsea, we win the league again. Pogba cannot play for us. That's what I'm keep saying. And his agent in Mino Raiola now. Yeah. We don't want him. I mean, You guys can like him, take him whatever you want to take him, not at Chelsea. As much as I love the kid, I know he's so talented. I don't think we should even contemplate it.
Apparently, Man United offering him 400 to 500 grand a week anyway. I think
1 million. They can offer him 1 million. He's not going to sign. I can guarantee you that. He's moving.
To Man United.
No, yeah, he's not going to stay.
Yeah, I tell you now, with the opening chest, Bogeyman, I would take Pogba. I would take a Pogba to Chelsea.
No, Pogba.
Pogba is a top player, man.
But I'm pretty sure with that talent, Pogba in the Spanish league will be something else. He will explode. He's going to be huge. But in EPL now, he cannot show it. You notice that every time.
Oh no, man! Come on, he's playing under Oli, man. Come on. Pogba playing under Oli, playing him in the left, playing him in the center, playing him in the right.
Have you seen something different?
Say that again. Sorry, I missed that.
Pogba play under Mourinho. Have you seen anything different than when you see it now?
Mourinho will want him to chase back.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're finding something wrong with Mourinho then. That's why I keep telling you, Pogba is not going to stay in the APL. I think Pogba knows that if we move to La Liga, the Liga is exactly what he needs. He's technical, he can dribble, he's a little physical, he can push those Spanish boys around, he dribble and score goals. What do you want? He wants to win the Ballon d'Or.
Are you telling me Pogba is not hacking in the Premier League? Are you telling me Pogba is not hacking? Are you telling me Pogba is not hacking it in the Premier League? Is that what you're saying?
How many trophies Manchester United has won since Pogba played?
Oh no, I'm talking about Pogba. You telling me Pogba?
Yeah, but
not good enough
as much as. Oh, say that again. Sorry, I should let you finish. Yeah, what did you say? I didn't.
All right. Are you telling me Pogba is not hacking the Premier League? Is that what you're saying to me?
It's not having or hacking.
Good enough.
Hacking it like he can't cope with the Premier League.
No, I'm not saying Pogba cannot cope. He's showing some, but if you compare Pogba in national team and Pogba in Premier League, you see two different players.
Yeah, but that's manager, mate. That's manager.
No, it's not manager. That's what I keep
getting. Manager.
I will say yes to what you just say. If Mourinho didn't coach Pogba, Mourinho coached him, and it was the same thing. So, I think it was Bobby that was supposed, or Rick Blue that was supposed to talk, right?
I was just going to respond to Bobby.
Sorry, guys, seriously. We've been on air for nearly 3 hours. I got things I got to do before I hit the sack. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes each to give me your final thoughts on the Brentford Chelsea match tomorrow, and also give me your predicted scoreline. Apart from DJ Saf, he's not allowed to predict a scoreline because last time he did, we lost. All right.
You're not good at it.
I just knew that was going to come back on me.
That is not even funny. That's a serious thing. You just said that. That's serious. DJ Saf should never be allowed to predict it.
I know.
We'll start with Kasim. Kasim, give me your final thoughts, mate.
That's all right. That's my final thought, guys. Let's not focus on the referee tomorrow, right? Let's focus on our team. Start very well, and we'll play very quick football so we can shut the fans up, and we'll dominate the game because we know Brentford tomorrow going to play counter attack with these two in the front, 100%. Tomorrow, a prediction tomorrow. I think Chelsea gonna win 2-1. I'm going 1-2-1 Chelsea.
No clean sheet.
No clean sheet tomorrow is Rudiger out.
All right, fair enough. All right, good call. Kasim, I will see you tomorrow after the match back on the Blue Lounge. Take care, brother.
Have a good night, guys. Take care.
Take care, Kasim. Take care.
Good night, Kasim.
Take care. Bye.
Take care.
All right, we'll go to Eric. Eric Blue, give me your final thoughts and give me your predicted scoreline.
Yeah, I wanted to just quickly respond to what Bobby was saying earlier. He was talking about the players who we know that it's a thing with Chelsea when the media starts bringing up issues that don't exist. We already know that, so that's part of it. I think the examples Bobby gave were not the easiest examples to use. It wasn't so obvious, but so for example, I don't think any player that he mentioned was as good as or as big or famous as Werner or Ziyech. The profile of players who are not getting game time, except maybe Sterling. Sterling is a fair enough point, but Sterling happens to play for Man City, who are not a big club, right? Man City are not a big club, so they won't really get that traction in the media. People won't talk about them, in any controversial kind of way. That's just the reality. So,
I just don't understand that statement. Man City are not a big club.
Yes, not historically is what I'm trying to say. Yes, they're a big club now,
Right.
but the media won't focus on Man City for anything controversial. That's what I'm trying to say. They would focus on Chelsea, they would focus on United, other clubs. Man City are just not seen in that same way. People don't seem to care. That's what it looks like to me anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. And then the match. I think that we're gonna win 2-1. It's going to be difficult. I agree with what Kasim said. So I'll go with a 2-1 win.
All right, fantastic, Eric. I will see you tomorrow after the game on the Blue Lounge. All right, brother?
Take care,
see you
Eric.
guys.
Take
Take
care,
care, bro.
Cheers.
Take care, mate.
Thank you. Cheers. Let's go to... I normally leave Bobby to the end, so I'm going to give him a chance to go early. Bobby, give me your thoughts. And I know you don't do score predictions, but give me your general thoughts as well.
No, I don't do score predictions, but I always back my club to win. What can I say? I'm not worried about tomorrow. I know it is post an international break, but I personally believe that we've had enough at home at Cobham to field enough players to win this game. I maintain my concern is the referee and the referee alone, but that's not insurmountable. We're good enough to surmount that disadvantage. As for the issue about players, the only thing I'll say is don't believe anything about any player leaving Chelsea that you see on social media. In fact, just don't believe it. Even if it's on Sky News, don't believe it until you hear anything from the club. Because we've been round this mountain. We're going to keep going round this mountain. They're going to keep doing this. And we're going to keep talking about it as if it's real. However, we do need to talk about something. So, there is some value to it, but most of the time, the talk is for those players that perhaps we would like to see leave more than those who the club is actually thinking of leaving. You might be surprised. You might even see Ziyech play tomorrow. I've been watching he didn't categorically say he wouldn't play. He just said, it's possible because he hasn't been feeling too great with a headache. So I don't know, The only one that I know that we won't see is Rudiger.
Pulisic.
Sick note. And by the way, one thing I do hope they do is take that number 10 shirt away from that guy. Why has he got it? It's just wasted.
It's just wasted, yeah.
Bobby never go that far, but
Bobby, listen, Boogeyman, Bobby is controversial. It's not only you who's controversial, you know what I mean? I've got a few controversial people on my stream, so...
Pulisic can wear number 55 or something like that.
Bobby, come on. The Americans
how many
are going to
minutes
come
has he
for
played
you.
this season?
Yeah.
So number 55 to mark the number of appearances he's had for Chelsea since we bought him.
This is boring. Listen, Bobby, thank you for coming on. Appreciate your feedback and your thoughts. I hope everything is going to be all right with you at home. And we'll see you tomorrow after the game to celebrate, hopefully.
Absolutely.
Yeah, regards to your family, Bobby. Take care, mate.
Thanks,
Take care, Bobby.
You too. Have a good night.
Cheers. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, I'm going to leave DJ Saf to the end. I'm going to let him stew. We'll go with Mo. Mo, give me your impressions and thoughts and your score prediction for tomorrow, mate.
Yeah, to be honest, I always give the opponent their credit, what they're good at. That's Boogeyman. It's not like I'm scared. I'm not scared of them. I always give them credit, what they're good at. One thing I know, if we do it, we're going to win easily, to be honest with you, is the second ball. Stop them from the cross, like the deep cross. Aston Villa scored from a deep cross, which Chilwell didn't block the cash. If we stop that, the second ball, like when Ivan Toney, second ball from him, and the third one is the keeper's long passes behind our defense. If we are aware of that, like Ederson does it for City. Their goalkeeper is very good at that. If we stop those three, Chelsea win easily, 3-0.
All right. Big scoreline. 3-0 is a big scoreline.
Every time this guy talk about 3-0, we end up losing 1-0. So I'm not sure what
No,
you thought.
no. Last time I said 3-0, we won 3-1 against Southampton.
That's true. He did say that.
Did you say 3-0 against Juventus?
Yeah, Juventus and City. Yeah, those are the only one I got wrong.
Exactly.
Well,
Juventus and City.
The one before I got that as well. 3-0. The one before City, we won 3-0. But no.
Okay, so you just say 3-0 every time, right? Whatever happened.
Yeah.
Good, thanks.
Mo, listen, big up to you. Thank you for
Big
coming
up, Mo.
on.
Take care, mate.
And I really hope we win 3-0 tomorrow, so you can come back here.
Oh, 3-0, you have to. Yeah, I'll be happy.
Tell Boogeyman tell Boogeyman what's going on.
You lose tomorrow, man. Don't come here.
Absolutely.
Take care, Mo. Have a good night. Take care, brother. Good night.
Take care.
All right, Boogeyman. Let's hear it. Let's hear it from you. Some positivity, please. Positivity.
Yeah, I will keep it positive. Tomorrow we're playing against a team that is physical. They run a lot, so our pressing game up front is going to be really necessary. Problem, we play in Lukaku, so I hope Tuchel will see that and pull Werner. And Werner has to be, whether Werner we play. I don't want to play two striker. I would like to play in the three in front, but Werner has to be in it. Whether they pull Mount or Shaw, I'm happy, but Werner has to be around those people because he will do the run. So we need him. And the other thing is this: Tuchel should not change our system because of Brentford. That should not be happening anymore. Let's just go there. At least play what we know. We know to do. And then if Tuchel trusts the team that, or most of the players that didn't go for the international break, we should be able to handle this game easily. But if he start putting Kovačić, Jorginho, and all those players that came back late, then I think Brentford will have a chance. So for me, I think Tuchel has learned his lesson. Because he already said that back then when we lost again. We have 2 losses, if I remember or something. He said, it's time to just hit the brake and give everybody a chance. And so if he's really meant what he said, then that means Loftus-Cheek has to be in that game tomorrow. Loftus-Cheek has to start. Kovačić on the side, because Kante has no business starting the tomorrow game. I think he's still not completely 100% there. Yeah, recovering. So he has no business. As much as I know he will be my man of the match for the next 2 or 3 games when he's fit, I think tomorrow is too early for him. Kovačić and Ruben start. And at the defense, we lost Rudiger, yeah, but we have players that can cover that position. Don't move a player that has never played that position like Azpilicueta, trying to put Azpilicueta behind Chilwell. Chilwell is new, is not that good, and you put Azpilicueta there, it's going to trouble. Alonso does not defend, and you put Azpilicueta is not going to be able to cover for all Alonso's mistake. You call him for trouble. Put Malansa there. That's what he is in the team for. And put Azpilicueta where he is good at, and we know that one of the sides is secure. So I think Tuchel will do that. I'm convinced of that, and then we should be able to win that game tomorrow 2-0. I don't think they will score on us because for some reason I feel like our system is what Tuchel is about. It's not about individual player. We have a good player, but the system should allow us to keep clean sheet tomorrow. So 2-0 for me, for sure.
All right, fair enough. I'd like it to be 2-0, 3-0.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a clean sheet. A clean sheet is important for me because of the new defenders, the young defenders. A clean sheet would boost their confidence.
True.
So hopefully.
And sorry, Anthony Taylor. I don't care. Listen, as much as I talk about it today, I mean, whatever. The thing is, we are here. Tomorrow we're going to play the game, whether we want it or not. So we will win it, that's for sure. And Anthony Taylor is, I mean, whatever it is, whatever.
No,
that's all I can say.
No, I agree. I mean, it's a distraction. He's a distraction, and hopefully, we'll be able to overcome that distraction and win the game. On the pitch. Boogeyman, thank you very much. I will speak to you tomorrow.
Thanks for
after the
having
game.
me. GG.
Boogeyman, take care, bro. Regards to your family as well, man. Take care. Peace out.
Good night.
Thanks, bye.
Cheers, Boogeyman. Thank you. DJ Sav.
Oh, mate.
Let me know what you're thinking.
Another great show as always, Mo. As always, keep saying
Cheers.
thanks for having me on your show as always. It's a pleasure being on here with the Blue Lounge family. Listen, I never give, and I did that bold prediction last time, but I always, before that, I always say I back my team to win. It'll be a tough game tomorrow. It always is. Whenever we play, especially in the first 15, 20 minutes of a match. If we play silly, then obviously we can get punished. But I'm confident we can do it tomorrow. I really am. Refereeing as well. I know I was going on about the referee as well earlier on today, but it's about what we do on the pitch, and really shouldn't really allow Anthony Taylor to just get that ruined for it. If we can go out there and perform, and like I know we can do, we can win that game. But as I said, it'll be tough. Brentford are not easy. Not going to be easy. It's just their danger man up front I worry about in Tony, but I think we can still win it. Apart from that, mate, lovely shows. Obviously got to see none of our people in the comment section jumped on the show today. I was disappointed about that. It would have been nice to hear everyone's opinions today. But big up to all of you as well in the comment section. Regards to all your families, and hopefully Chelsea will win tomorrow and do the business. As for you, mate, listen, you look shattered, bro. I hope you're going to have a good rest.
Thank you.
And I will see you tomorrow, bro. And you look after yourself.
Definitely.
And peace up to everyone.
Are you going to the match? Or?
No, mate, not to Brentford tomorrow. I'm going to be watching the game, but I'll be on your show afterwards to come back.
I'll see you straight after the game, mate. I'll see you.
Yeah, mate. You take out. Peace out to you, bro.
Take care, brother.
Take care.
Mate. See you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Bro.
Cheers.
Bye,
Bye, DJ. Bye. Yeah, people. Fantastic stream. 3 hours. 3 hours and 1 minute. So brilliant. I will see you all tomorrow. I will stream about half an hour after the game, as usual. Have a good night, lads. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.